Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Rossin for Life Network. Welcome to another live stream. Welcome to an early edition of WWE RAW. That's right. If you're out there right now and you had clicked the little bell, congratulations. But we have an early show, so if you're scrolling by and you happen to pop in, yes, wrestling is on now. It's on Netflix. Folks, make sure you hit the buttons, get in the chat. It's going to be crazy. Coming off 14 hours live. We got more, so strap in, strap on, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Rossin for Life Network, and there's a new champ, and he's the best champ there ever was. We got a new champ. We got Raw. We got so much to talk about. We got so much to get into. Blow up that chat. I know it's early. I know it's an irregular time, but click the bell so you know when we're going to pop up, because these shows are coming hot and heavy, and we got lots more coming your way. But if you don't know who we are, I'm Mr. Everynight KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and I feel like we got a triple header out here because we got Sami Zayn right in the middle of us out there. But your new world champion, and I said this right before we went live, WWE now doesn't feel safe anymore. I know I've always been saying it's triple safe. It's triple safe. It's triple safe. Now it feels super unpredictable as we're on the road to SummerSlam out here. I don't know what's going to happen with anything. There's still rumors that we're going to get Oba versus Sami somehow.
Yeah, I think things have been so kind of even closed off with WWE. We have people making up stories. Like people who are just out there, oh, here's rumors that we might have heard on a chat message. I asked my friend and he said this could be true. Like, it literally, I mean, if you want to talk about unpredictability, if you want to talk about, oh, wow, we didn't really know where they were going, we're in it right now. For all the belly aching, for all the people who are upset, Sami Zayn won the world title. It's a glorious moment. It's a happy moment. And more than that, if you don't like it, good. Keep talking about it, because it is one of the most over things. Everybody's buzzing about it, whether they love it or hate it. There's no middle ground, Nick, but it's being talked about.
Well, and is Sami now going to, what's it going to be like when he shows up on US soil? Yes, he won it in Saudi. Yes, amazing reaction. Overjoyed, I think, universally. Well, I won't say universally, either loved or hated. But now Sami's supposed to be the heel. Does he stay the heel, or does he get cheered because he's beloved? You got your MDBs out there that might hate it, but I know you and I would be cheering out for him out there. Kevin Owens has a whole emotional post about everything. Like, this is a feel-good moment. So does Sami now get cheered?
It's a good question. I think Sami's good enough that if he doesn't want them to cheer, he'll push them away from cheering. So, like, they might give him the "you deserve it," and he smiles and he nods, and then he tells them how stupid they are. For whatever reason Sami comes up with. It all depends on the direction they go. I mean, I think there's a few baby faces that Sami could kind of run away from, including Oba Femi is an option, even though we're not sure where that's going yet. So, yeah, I mean, Sami is a guy that can do it all. Can do, he is the heart and soul. We're pumped for him on a personal level. But is he the guy that, just beat up the gingerbread man? So we'll find out.
But he's made that quick of a turnaround and did all of that and is still loved and applauded for winning this title. I think it's now you've got all the pieces broken apart. Sami can go off and do whatever as world champ. I hope that, I don't know what they're going to do with Cody. I hope they keep him away from the belt for a bit. It would just help freshen it up. Gunther looks like he might be going towards Aldis. So I'm very interested to see where this could go.
Yeah, I'm with you. I completely agree with that. I think there's a lot of, things at play. I love, we talked for a while about getting McIntyre and Aldis, but now Gunther grabbing him by the throat and them cursing and swearing at each other. Now we're considering what that's going to look like. I mean, everything from where does Cody go from here? Does Cody take a little bit of a sabbatical where we don't see him for a couple months or a couple weeks? Maybe is there a movie we don't know about that he can go film? I'm very curious.
Double? Do you switch? Do you have Sammy now is the guy that gets cheered because he's the underdog from the underground? You weren't supposed to be here. You always doubted me. See, I was right about you, Cody. You were keeping me down. You were worried about you. You weren't worried about me. And then think about it. Cody's been out there saying, as long as I'm, here, you'll never have this. Well, now he's got it. So does Cody get bitter about the fact that he lost the belt, instantly wants to rematch, instantly is supposed to be the golden boy again?
Yeah, it'd be very interesting as far as, I mean, there's still Punk lurking about, like, do you do Punk, Cody, Sans belt? Do you go that
Do you do
route?
Punk Sammy?
Do you do Punk Sammy? I think Punk Sammy will have a lot of good promos. Two guys that came from the underground, two guys that have similar friends. And we know there's some crossover in the people that they know that Sammy's still pretty chummy with that Punk doesn't like very much. So I think there's some old wounds that can be pierced if you go Punk Sammy.
And I see nice little pun of bringing in Adam Pearce there.
Right.
Now on the Raw side, do you get Oba announced that he's going after Sammy? We've still got to get through MSG? Are we going straight to Oba Roman at SummerSlam?
Does he just come out and say, I want Roman? Is that what
do we
happens?
Get an announcement tonight, or do we just get a delay? Because if we build, are we going to build all the way from now until SummerSlam, Roman Oba?
Yeah, I mean, they are announcing that he makes his decision tonight. They are advertising that that's the plan.
Okay,
now,
I just seen it labeled as a celebration.
Yeah, you're right. Like, it could be thwarted. Like, as far as, he comes out and goes to say it and then has to think about it, or Sammy interrupts, or,
Brock shows up. Brock shows up.
That's another one that I think is interesting in all this. We still have a Saturday night main event in New York to go through. The last couple Saturday main events, maybe, just mailed it in. So we'll see if the Madison Square Garden brings out the big dogs. But yeah, I mean, it's up in the air, man. It really is up in the air as far as where they go with this.
And then we've got now, what's the fallout with Jay going back to Roman? You didn't complete the mission. Now are you a little bit more down the totem pole? Is, Jacob barking at him. And also, Seth done with the Vision now? Now that we've had that cage match, is this that story's over?
That is a big question mark, and I've defended this because I feel sympathetic towards the unfortunate circumstances that have led to this being, a dumpster fire in a way. So maybe that is just the easy way to get out of, like, we were going to do some stuff and it all went to shit. So instead of trying to run it back every 2 months and having it not go well, maybe everyone just high five and go elsewhere. Great match, great cage match, good energy. Braun looks like a star still. Seth, again, a big win for Seth. Does he want to be in the main event picture? Where does he go? Where, if he's
Roman?
done with the Vision, who's next? Is it Roman?
They've had Seth and Roman, or Seth really kind of call out Roman, but you just had the Street Profits go over the Vision for the tag belts. You have Joe Hendry, who's been going at Logan Paul. Logan's still on the bench. So could you do that multi-team match? I agree with you. I think we just end this before it gets any worse. We leave it out on a high note. Heyman's been missing since he took a spear.
Yeah.
Do you pivot Roman and Seth at SummerSlam instead of Oba?
You could. I mean, Seth is a guy. I mean, the history with them, like when people go, "Oh, where's the story in that?" Well, that story's already there, which will become the next argument of, like, this again. Seth and Roman are always going to find ways back to each other. It's just the way it is. It's like Hogan and Macho. They always found each other.
Right. Now, would you want to do it SummerSlam or save it till Mania?
Mania seems so far away. And I know I say that, but
and
then
that's the point, though. I think with this one, with having it have that much story, it's like a Cody Randy a little bit of they were brothers at one point, literally brothers in arms and everything. I would want to see that play out as long as I could before we get to the payoff. This has that history dating all the way back to the chair shot, everything. They came up together, everything. I want to see as much of a runway for this story to be fully fleshed out as possible.
Yeah, and I mean, there's still the floating questions of LA Knight. Like, anyone out there that's telling me right now, "Oh, we know exactly what's happening on WWE programming," prove it. Prove it. I open invite to any podcaster out there that knows exactly where this is going. Show up, we'll take notes, and then we'll come back in a month and see how you did. Because I mean,
I,
ultimately, there's so many moving parts. I was just about to bring up LA Knight.
Saturday, I think, completely dispels that whole discussion anymore. LA Knight now is
Mhm.
really interesting. He's taking on
Yeah.
Jey Uso tonight. Does he
Mhm.
get involved? He's been taking shots at the
Right.
bloodline. Where's he slot in?
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, you look at us. I mean, like we're the amateur experts as far as giving a 2 cents or an opinion on where things are going. But I mean, not just the Sammy thing. Like I saw not many people say, "Oh, Io's going to beat Liv straight up." Not many
Mhm.
people said that. Not many people said, "Oh, Oba's like." People hoped that Oba was going to dust Jay, but we had to consider what happens if the bloodline gets involved. What if they find a way? What if Brock screws Oba? Like so many open doors. I don't think that can be ignored.
We had people hunkering down in bunkers, expecting the worst, the fallout when Jey Uso wins out there. I know you and I
That's
both kind
true.
of laughed at it. We're waiting for the world to burn, but you had people that legitimately thought there's no way that Oba just wins this straight up clean.
No. And the way he did it, he was so dominant. And again, good for them. That's good job. That's not a bad thing. They did what you usually would do without the extra WWE bullshit.
Surprisingly enough, was the theme of this weekend clean finishes. I feel like
In
everything
a
from
lot
Night
of
of
ways, yeah.
Champions, Slammiversary, even a bit with Forbidden Door,
Yeah.
had a good bit of just clean finishes, which has been severely fucking lacking.
Oh, it's a breath of fresh air. I think you said it on Saturday, Nick, before we say hello to the people, but you said it on the weekend. It feels like a little breath of fresh air. The matches are actually they're not dodging finishes. And that's what I think one of the biggest problems in the last 2 years has been, maybe even longer, is dodging finishes. Good
Mhm.
wrestlers can lose matches. Period.
Absolutely. Of everything felt like 50-50 booking. Again, it's the
Mm-hmm.
triple safe and the safe run and kind of run through all of pro
Yeah.
wrestling. And going into that weekend,
Oh,
everybody was kind of the big theme
yeah.
of that 2026 is
Yeah.
wrestling has kind of fallen off. I think
Mm-hmm.
really got reverted because
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel. I know we kind of gave our ratings and rankings and everything for the shows on the weekend when we were leaving last night, but now that you've had what maybe just over 12 hours to think
Has it been
about
that
it,
long?
soak on it, pause. Of where do the four shows stack up to you?
I haven't changed my opinion. I thought Night of Champions gets a sentimental edge for me, and
Mhm.
people can criticize me for that, but I don't care. But Night of Champions ekes it out a little bit. I thought Slammiversary was second. I think Forbidden Doors third, and I feel like not a lot outside of the main event. Great American Bash was a little lackluster.
Great American Bash had one of the best matches of the weekend. Easily had the worst show of the weekend. Of
Yeah,
I think there's the top 3, you can kinda group them however you want, depending on which you prefer or anything.
yeah.
I would maybe go Night of Champions still just because, like you said, the sentimental, a lot of it kicked off everything you got in front of it, so I gotta give you an extra point. Um, I'd maybe go Forbidden Door, just and again, that's splitting hairs a little bit. I
Yeah.
I had fun thinking back on it with Leo Rush, with the circle cage
Hmm.
and everything. Osprey versus Swerve might have been better if it wasn't that long into a stream, that long into
Hmm.
the evening and everything, and wasn't
Yeah.
50 false finishes. Um, Slammiversaries, again, like right there, like those 3, I'm not gonna hate you on
Yeah.
either of them, but there's a big gap to number 4.
For sure. I think NXT had had the most like the biggest percentage of things I wasn't that into. And then, where I felt like it was an opportunity for guys like Tony D, Evil, some of the other guys on the card that are kind of, getting to a point where they're featured, to kind of stand up and go, hey, no, we're just as good as the last guys. We're good too. And I don't think they hit the mark outside of Kendall Gray has taken the wrestling world by storm. She's gonna be WWE champion by tomorrow, according to some.
Well, like I said, she probably had the best match of the
Oh
weekend.
yeah. Her
I
and
haven't
Lola
seen
killed it.
anybody say anything negative about Kendall Gray versus Lola Vice. You can say this or that depending on how you feel about Sammy, about how you feel with this story of the cage match, the main event for Forbidden Door. Slammiversary had production issues during that ladder match, which sucked. Um, but undeniably, Kendall Gray versus Lola, I think, is probably match of the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people love Swerve and Osprey. I think, again, when we talk about real pro wrestling and people talk about it all the time, they're just some fundamental things that if AEW could clean them up, it would be easier to make that assessment. And again, I think Forbidden Door, if Forbidden Door is an hour shorter, or has three less matches, it's a much better pay-per-view, and it might have been the best pay-per-view if you take out the extra stuff we had to go through. There was a lot of not worthy of pay-per-view matches, and whether people like it or not, you include the pre-show. We're here covering the pre-show, so you give us 12 matches, 6 of them are mediocre, 6 of them are, 4 of them are really good, and 2 of them are outstanding. I mean, 2 for 12 is not a great average.
Did TNA and Night of Champions, I'll say, especially with WWE adding a match or two to it, better pace their show than Forbidden Door?
Yes.
Pacing's always been the issue with AEW. Like we both were basically saying, of some of the stuff that happened later on in the show would have been much better received and came across a lot better if it happened earlier in the night.
Yeah. Mercedes Moné can beat Maya World in 9 minutes and have a really good 9-minute match, and it will be quality, and we'll like it, and we'll high five. If John Moxley and Bandito can go 12 minutes, 15 minutes maybe, but not this pacing in every match, no matter how important people are, we're gonna go 20, we're gonna go 25, we're gonna go 18. Like it's just too much. It's too indulgent. And it does. I don't care what the fans say. This isn't about like, oh, how could you get mad about getting extra wrestling? Because enough's enough. Like, again, we watched 3 matches in the middle of Forbidden Door that looked very similar in structure. We're going to do some stuff. We're going to show off technically. We're going to do the forearm exchange spot. We're both going to pass out. Then we're going to rub foreheads, get up, throw more chops and forearms, and then, eventually do like 6 or 7 false finishes, and we'll get a winner. There's too much.
I remember us literally getting trying to get nuance to try and say something different that had happened on screen. We're just arguing random spots that didn't mean anything at this point because we're like, it's the same fucking match. It's the same fucking match.
Yeah.
But Maya World, shout out before we should probably say hi to the people. We got like 10 minutes. This early time's fucking us up. But Maya World, probably the biggest star out of the weekend.
Big surprise. She came in and really was able to deliver. We know why they put her in this situation, which again is commendable. And she had a good showing, but they didn't go so far to give Maya the trophy, which I think is smart on their behalf. But Maya shows that if you put her in some wrestling matches, there were really some sloppy parts in that match, but the match was so good that it overcame. And I don't mind a little bit of sloppy. Pause.
I think if they would have given her the trophy, it almost would have been too much, dare I say. But I think her not winning it, but having a great match and a great showing with Monet and everything that she's done in this tournament, she's a star.
150%. She's done well. But yeah, I think overall we got a lot of good wrestling. Shout out to TNA, and I know there's some TNA haters out there. TNA did not put on a bad match on the show. They had a couple okay matches, but there was nothing that stunk. There was nothing that, this doesn't make sense. And I thought the last 2-3 matches really cooked. I thought the Ultimate X was fun. I'm curious. They got to build up that knockouts division, but I thought TNA deserves some love this particular weekend. I think overall it was a better show than Forbidden Door for me.
Production issues were a thing, though.
That
ladder tag match was damn near almost unwatchable because of the production issues. Like Zach's out there with the Knockouts TV belt, where we were doing maths of there was less people on the roster than there are supposed to be in the tournament. So there's still some kinks that need to work out. And maybe that's why I have WWE still number 1 on the weekend. AEW and TNA, you can flip-flop them however you want for 2 and 3.
Yeah. For sure. Absolutely. As we're getting closer and closer to the start of Raw. Yes, it's an early edition. If you're just tuning in, Raw goes live at 6 p.m. Eastern time, like 3 p.m. Pacific. So wherever you are, hopefully you're able to watch the show. If not, we'll keep you up to date on all the fun stuff. If you guys didn't know, there is a new champion in wrestling. Several, actually. We had some title changes, but the one that's the most important is the one in triplicate on the screen right now. New champs everywhere. But we also had a new champ as well. So we do have to celebrate that a little bit. But shout out to Ronan. I think Ronan was the last champ. Like, so it was Ronan, then Damien, and Ronan and Damien tied this time. So the last two champions tied this time, I think. We got somebody archiving this stuff now. But it came down to a tiebreaker. Damien, Ronan, 48 points each. Dead on, and Ronan predicted the length of our overall live streaming a little closer than Damien had done. So Ronan, and shout out to Damien, who's been on a hot streak lately.
Pause. Well, also 48 out of 64 ain't bad at all. I say that's a passing grade. That's a passing grade, right?
Yeah, and there's a bit of a weird thing because like the top few questions, which is like your name, you kind of get 0 points on that. So yeah,
fair enough. We got a little bit of a Drew McIntyre. We got a Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes trading about situation. Hopefully we don't get this with Sammy, where Sammy wins it for a minute and then hands it back to Cody.
Right. Just toss it back and forth. But yeah, we're looking for new people to get in the battle for the championship. But that being said, let's talk to the people. We got a good amount of people hanging out already on a Monday, almost at Sunday. National Guy Day.
I'm not your buddy, guy. I'm not your guy, friend. I'm not your friend, buddy.
Hey, guy. How you doing?
Well, yeah. I mean, does that work? Because I always call everybody my guy.
My guy, yeah. What's going on, my guy?
Yeah.
Maddie, welcome, sir. How you doing? Let's go. Let's see if this is queuing up the live yet.
I got 5 minutes and 40 some odd seconds.
Oh, good. Okay, I'm going to rapid fire some names real quick. I see the chat's blowing up on a certain topic. We'll get there. Eric, let's go. How you doing? Sean Reed, welcome back, sir. Let's go. I think I had a chance. It's getting close. But we're off and running. Monday Night Raw. Ronan, the new champ. What's going on? Oba Femi will be kicking off Raw tonight. There you go. We're starting big.
Right.
Jimmy, welcome back. Ken, welcome back. Reader, we got you. The other Jimmy, McCurdy Gaming. Welcome. I had to follow all the consonants there.
Fair enough, but he's out there on Twitch. A reminder, we do have the Twitch. Shout out Canadian Nick out there too that rated us pause last night on Twitch.
We got rated? Shit, I gotta pay attention some days.
Well, I mean, it happened in the middle of 10 hours, so I think, we got a wide range out there.
MDB, the knee pad patrol is on the loose, and you better get extra thick knee pads because Sammy is the champion, and your knees are going to get calloused if you don't protect them. But I know it's hard, man. It's hard. Out of pocket as hell. I mean, what do you mean? We're just celebrating. It's 4 p.m. Happy Raw. Roll Tide, welcome back. Trey, welcome. Ken, we got you. I love Ken's avatar. Look at this. Sammy everywhere. People are going to have nightmares about Sami Zayn.
Well, still he's out there cruising around now in the drop top with the title belt on the passenger seat and everything, just loving life. This man's out here just living his best life while everybody's crashing out about it.
Yeah. And I mean, we talked about this a lot lately, is that I think some of the fans, and I'm not saying anyone here, but certain, especially like creators sometimes, like they're like Sammy or whoever it is, and it's like that they want that engagement, especially for guys that are heelish. The arenas didn't cheer when the bad guy won. So if you're online freaking out that the bad guy won, yes, ding, job done.
But is he a bad guy? He's the last real nice guy.
Good guy.
Yeah. I think that anybody out there that would have won that match, Twitter would have bitched about. Cody wins, Cody wins. Gunther wins, they just can hop the belt around again.
Right.
If Sammy wins, well, we've seen what happened with Sammy winning.
Yeah. Another dose of, Cody fatigue. Here we go. Like, you can't win. I told you, start calling these people out. Start, disengaging from those people where you watch them flip-flop their opinions. The goalpost movers. I don't care about tribalists. I have more respect for the tribalists that stand on business than I do for the flip-floppers that, oh, no, well, that's bad. That's the same. No, that's okay. Like, if you can't hold your, a true opinion, it's pretty obvious pretty quick.
Fair enough. I just think they both suck. That's why we disavowed the IWC and formed the WFU.
Facts. Trey, welcome back. MDB, still crying. Somebody send him some tissues.
He needs knee pads and tissues, folks.
Spazzer, we're coming back to you. I promise in a second. I'm going to work my way up and yell out some names. Nair, Cooper, Anthony, Damian, Spazzer, welcome back. Z-Man, Nair, we got you. Another Anthony. Klaatu, welcome back. I think it's been a minute. Dun, dun, dun. A couple of Anthony's. That's cool. Dale OG back in the house. What's up, Curmudgeon? A new friend out there. Let's go. AD and AZ. Destin Cutler. Let's go. That's how I'm reading it.
Did you Dustin Rhodes yourself there? You were gold
Right.
dust when he's out there with Booker T.
Willie, let's go. I look at it through being in a business standpoint. If a match before mine was planning something similar, one is supposed to change theirs. You would assume, right? Like you would assume. And I mean, little things, you're going to see clotheslines in multiple. Like we get the ones we're going to see. But like there's these big key moments that you're repeating all the time. And nobody seems to notice.
If we just came on here every night, every stream, and just repeated the same things, the same talking points, never disagreed on anything, just said the same, sounded redundant as shit, you'd get boring after a while, right?
Right.
That's the thing. You need that variety. You need to mix them up. You need, not every match should have the same pacing, should have the same tone, should have the same notes. It's the very dun 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 dun. Yeah. What?
Boston, welcome back. KJ is taking a victory lap with Sammy. It's sickening. KJ and his petty background is funny because Nick pulled it up. I was like, give me that. That's mine.
Yeah, please, sir, don't use my background.
That's my Sammy.
You leave my Sammy alone.
We both can have Sammy, I guess. I mean, this sounds weird.
No, he's all yours. It was a great day for Canada. You're right around Canada Day. You got Canada winning in the World Cup and Sammy won all in the same fucking
good
time slot.
There's optimism in Leafs Nation. Things are looking up. Sammy is the same match. What? It's not even a proper sentence.
They were trying because I said it's the same match.
Oh,
and they were trying to use it like you're in the same match.
Right. What's up, guys? Let's go. KJ, please don't take away from NXT card because, Ion and Miles, Dion and Miles, and Dion and Sugar and Kendall and Lola had good. I'm not saying they didn't have any good matches. I just felt like the big moments weren't there on NXT. And I do feel like the NXT show, I think with all the pay-per-views going on, it really stood out that it was on TV. And there was a lot of lulls.
But out of the 4 shows on that weekend, as I got the Netflix logo, there was a clear gap between the top 3, and then NXT was here. Not saying that NXT was even bad, but just out of what was there. Like NXT is the redheaded stepchild out of this weekend.
Yeah, it had an opportunity to kind of really like hit big, and I think a couple things hit big, but a couple things maybe didn't really get out of the gates the way we hoped.
It's that, you're busy at the pickup line and, you get all the way home and realize you forgot one kid back at the school. And then you got to, go and pick him up once you park. That not saying that's happened.
You're
before,
not babysitting. We have unseen Charlotte Flair video at the Moxley movement.
Words?
I
feel like those are words. I don't understand them, but they're words.
Hey, listen. If y'all want to jump on the Moxley Island by all means, go run yourself into pavement, go smash yourself into walls, fall on spikes, be the baddest guys on the world, planet Earth. I don't know what I'm saying, but it sounds cool because I say it with a raspy voice. Yeah, I'd choose that. Yeah, you should do that.
Did you see people making a comparable of now that Ospreay has been hanging out with Moxley, that, Moxley came out before with the gas mask gimmick and everything, and the big coat trying to just do Cheap Bane, and then Ospreay came out last night as Cheap Bane?
Yeah, no, I hadn't. Oh, that's where they're connecting those dots. Like
they were just doing, they were pointing. They're like, "See, it's funny." I'm just more taking the piss out of it, of joking about it. I was like, "Yeah, see, they both trying to imitate Bane now."
Yeah, even that.
No one cared who I was till I went on last.
Right. Hey, guys, I think I'm going to do Bane. Oh, Moxley did that a couple months ago. All right, I'll do something else. Like, no conversation. It's just a free-for-all. Is whatever, whatever way the wind blows around AEW.
Well, and still, now that slept on feelings about the circular cage, I guess they called it Death's Door. I missed that during the show. But that's what they named their circular cage. I saw some people that loved
They
it,
called
some
it
people that
Death's
said
Door?
it very much was late 2000s or early 2000s WCW.
Yeah. But the Death's Door?
That's what I saw people floating around on Twitter.
Like, yeah, I don't. That's terrible.
Jeff,
I guess.
Regardless of the name, how do you feel about the fact that they did the circular cage? I've never seen a circular cage.
I don't
it's
hate
the blue duck of wrestling.
Right? I don't hate it because it was something different and new. And I like the setup. Like, it kind of felt like a Hell in a Cell because you could move around. As right now, we are getting the replay of Night of Champions running through.
Right. Oh, we're getting to the moment. KJ.
No, this is the moment.
Everybody shut up. We're going to get the roll through. 1, 2, 3. And just what feels so nice, we watched it twice. Sami Zayn is your new world champion.
Dude, I watched clips of this all weekend long. It was ridiculous. Shockingly wins WWE title. Look, even the locals are like, what?
I told you I was having a 20-minute dance party in the middle of the afternoon, listening. Dun, 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 dun.
But that's it, man. That's crazy. Sami Zayn's your new champion.
Everything feels very much up in the air now. Does Sami make it to Saturday's main event and lose to somebody? Does he go all the way to SummerSlam? Who's Sami's next challenger?
That's a great question. A wide open question. I mean, it could be Oba. It could be Cody again. It could be Gunther. It could be Drew McIntyre shows up. It could be CM Punk. It could be several people. I don't really have a lock on where they're going to go. I mean, this was so unexpected. I don't even know how we're supposed to predict where they go with it because we weren't planning to go with this at all.
Could it be the rumor that it's Brock Lesnar, Sami Zayn at main event?
Who and who? Sami and
Brock and Sami. That's the rumor of Brock Sami Saturday night's main event. So you get to Brock Oba that way. You backdoor your way.
Yeah. So I did see this going around and lights out, and here comes Oba.
I saw so many memes going around though of just Sami's face when he's out there celebrating being world champion, and all the lights go out and turn green.
Right.
If I'm Sami Zayn, this is not who I want to face.
No. I mean, it's a slam dunk. I think Oba going after Roman does set up the holy shit. Are they really going to do it? And then the curiosity of how do they get out of it if they don't? If he declares Sami, well, dead man walking. Hand the belt over now. There's no point. You're not going to sell any extra tickets to that match.
I'll give you that. Is Oba Roman your biggest blockbuster biggest party of the summer of now? If Oba takes on Roman and loses, then what?
It really becomes interesting on how they play that. Like, does Oba lose but stay in the chase and you stretch the chase out? Does Oba have to go find some friends to take on the bloodline? It 100% is the reason why I feel like they're stacking the bloodline right now is they're putting not just flunkies in Oba's way. They're putting Solo, Jacob, the tag champ. They're putting everyone they can, or the former tag champs, in front of him.
Well, former world champ.
Oba
hitting the pose. How do you feel though? He's holding the crown. He's holding it like Cody holds the belt and everything. He's very Gunther of I'm not putting this shit on my head. Io's out there like the kid with the Burger King crown. Yeah. Oba's like, that is not going on my fucking head.
Yeah, it's a thing, right? It's like people that don't touch the Stanley Cup when they win, or they don't touch the conference final trophy when they on the way to the
championship.
Cup.
Yeah.
But again, this is super over. So Oba getting pushed would be a case of he got hotter than we expected. Now we got to strike.
Is Roman Oba the only way you can truly make Roman a heel? Roman Seth, Roman can still be a babyface in that because you'll have a fan base divided.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you're right. I think Seth, there's still detractors of Seth. Oba might be the guy, like, especially if you're beating him up, like if he's outnumbered and oh my God, the ruler, we've never seen him decimated like this, right? Like,
sorry, you need to speak up. I can't hear you over the crowd out there in Atlantic City cheering right now for Oba.
Where's the meter on this one?
But now you know that this guy's, now that you know he's got a world title shot, are the fans that more engaged and that more behind him because you know there's a strong potential? We in 2026 will see Oba Femi as a world champion.
Well, yeah, I think they haven't stopped. Like, we didn't have that deep breath moment yet of like, oh yeah, okay, but he'll be fine. Like, they didn't do that. He could have lost King of the Ring, and we all would have been like sitting here debating if that was the right.
No, we had that when he lost to Brock.
Right, a little bit, right? But you kind of keep that snowball rolling the way you just keep rolling that snowball. And
is this why fans are trying to make an easy path for him to be a world champ? No, Oba, you take on Sammy. We want you champ. You don't take on Roman. You don't take on Roman.
Yeah, Roman's iffy. We don't know. Just go get Sammy.
Take the layup. Don't shoot the three. Take the layup.
Right. Sammy's a failing grade. He is a champion. He is the grade. He is the bar. What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? No, that's the other
ginger guy. We are the bar.
We are the bar.
Yo, I want that shirt, though. This man's just making a fucking pose like the Jordan Jumpman.
Right?
No, you see it as but and the fucking silhouette in the middle of the B is just him with the fucking pose.
I love this comment from Boston. It makes me smile. Sammy should lose tonight. I'm sick of this shit.
It's been 2 days. It's been not even a day.
Right? They never do anything different. Right. Okay, we're going to do this. That's not what we wanted.
I want ice cream. Fine, I'll get you some fucking ice cream. I wanted chocolate.
Lesnar's in the building.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, he just almost smiles. Oh, you motherfucker.
Are we going to get what I said? Night 1 and night 2.
No way.
Because he's got the world title shot, and now Brock's out here.
And the place goes unglued.
And Heyman's back with Brock, too.
Heyman's smiling ear to ear, looking good. Well, I mean,
did Brock ever win King of the Ring? Fact checkers, let me know.
Yeah, he did. I think he did. I remember, maybe not. I think he did, though, when he was early in his career.
I love this, though, from Lady B, and I'm sorry I missed your earlier comment. But championship slander.
2002, beating Rob Van Dam. Oh, my God.
There you go.
So now does Brock say, oh, okay, I'll fight you again. You give me that title shot.
Fine, but if I'm going to fight you and I'm going to put this on the line, if I beat you, you go away for good.
You're done. You're done.
You're done. I slayed the beast, and I will be known as the one who put you in the ground. I killed Brock Lesnar.
Who does Brock think he is? Amazing Red? You're done.
Well, and shout out Amazing Red going in the Hall of Fame. Also, I saw this more on social media than on the stream. Yeah, Conan.
You were on your pause. I thought that was really cool. And we know that Conan's gone through some medical issues. So we hope he's doing okay and hanging on, but and battling back. But that's a huge honor for him.
Yeah, is he more or is he just Nan now?
Oh, Nan.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, move along. It wasn't for
me. Tessa Gonlucha. If Sammy loses the belt this week, I swear to God, I will be insufferable.
You're going to be insufferable whenever he loses it. Let's be honest out here.
Right?
Shut up! Oba with the side eye because Brock's clapping for him. This feels very much like Brock out there when he's out there in the suspenders. So when he's talking to Sammy, so how you doing, bud?
Right? Hey, you're like, that's more terrifying, I think.
Yeah, it's scary. Why are you smiling?
Yeah, you know, that's terrifying when you're. Why are you so happy? You're
Gentlemen,
at least 29er. At least.
Brock's giving Oba an entrance. Tell you what, I know there's like, second puberty. I think Brock's had like fourth puberty because he's been in his 50s and has finally found that fucking bass in his voice.
He got a little bit of gruff.
Yeah.
I don't watch the show.
Congratulations.
I didn't watch the show. Like, oh, come on.
Yeah. Sammy coming down. Oh, no.
Oh,
we both did the same thing at the same time.
Right. Baron Corbin is finished with MLW. Everyone keeps saying that. Corbin
literally even said, like, didn't we just do this last month?
Yeah.
If he's fucking shooting it down, what are we doing?
They had me thinking he was going to show up in TNA.
I would have loved it, but we got Uha Nation instead, and well received though.
What?
Shark bait, hoo-ha-ha. Well received though.
Uh-huh.
When I'm not here, you call Brock Lesnar bitch, so say it to my face. Not you're gonna wait.
He's laughing.
4 letters, 1 word. Bitch. I can never cut a promo. So that's why I got Mr. Heyman. Ponytail Brock is some of the best Brock ever.
This is fuck the fourth wall Brock. Like, it really is.
I don't care. What are you going to tell? I watched, it was
Fire me.
Tom Pelissero or something talking about Brock when he was out there training for the Vikings and trying to make the, whoa.
Oh, son of a bitch.
And when he didn't go down, F5. I saw somebody that was like, it took 7 F5s to put him down. That Brock's not going to interfere and cost him that match.
Yeah, but come on, guys. I mean, we know.
Well, I know, but are we going to get what I said of Brock night 1, Roman night 2? Because he didn't even do like what you said of, I want your shot. He just said, oh, when I'm not here, you act tough. Now I'm back.
Now, that was a great promo. Thank you. Paul wipes his sweaty hand.
Well, Brock had to do 5 minutes of physicality, so.
So what does this mean?
Oh, he's got a mic.
Is it Brock Oma's Saturday Night Main Event?
Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
Separate? Just on the way?
You show up, you F5, and you leave. What? You're in front of Yes! You're in front of me and you're still a bitch.
Brock's like, I love this guy. He's got spunk.
Yeah, it reminds me of like when Keith Lee's music hits and Brock's in the Rumble and he just starts laughing and grinning. SummerSlam. I told you.
Are they going to double up? That's lame.
Double up. Run it back.
That is lame as shit.
No, that's fucking phenomenal. You give him the out. He takes on the 2 biggest stars that are left in the fucking company.
Then he better win.
He'll win 1.
No, it's bullshit. Double duty in a Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell.
What?
You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
I don't know. Can you repeat that? Is that what they actually just said to me out there?
Yes. Brock Oba career versus title at SummerSlam in Minnesota, but he doesn't have a title.
Shot at the title.
How the hell are you going to do? Like, now you're right, because he beats Brock in a cell on night 1, and then
how do you survive Roman night 2?
Night 2?
But they're going to get you to believe that he could do it, and they're going to get you right at the edge of that bridge, and then that's just the one thing. Think about it. This man had to walk through hell and back, fight a beast, go down to the depths of hell and fight a beast, and come out on the other side and still try and take on a tribal chief. And he got him fucking shook. And he got him almost to there. And then when he loses, now you've still got that you can set that up towards down the road. You do that at WrestleMania. You do that later on. That's the biggest way you can make a star. I would almost say if Oba goes through this, it now becomes an issue of who does he face afterwards. You've been to the top of Machu Picchu. Who's left?
If he pulls this off, a small army might have to be his next opponent. Roman is going to be here tonight. I'm baffled now. Like, so who challenge? Like, so he says, I don't care. I'm going to use my cash in on Brock. But you really think they're going to do the double duty?
That's what they just announced? I mean, no. They at least announced Brock versus Oba for Hell in a Cell.
Anything else? They didn't even tease like he was going to do both.
Did they not tease his title online? Fair enough. I
don't know. I did not think. What's up, man? I don't know.
Confirm what was officially said versus what we're fantasy booking, because we need to know. We were talking while they were talking. But even just on the simple fact, if they're going to do Brock versus Oba Hell in a Cell, if that's at least teased, regardless of whether he puts it on the line or not, he's still got that. That's a title match at SummerSlam. So I think no matter what, they're doing double duty. It's a matter of whether he puts it on the line versus Brock or he just challenges Roman Brock. Too. He what? That's my cash in is Brock.
That's what I mean. Like, he says, like, I know I'm supposed to challenge the champion, but I'll beat him up later. I want this guy now. I don't necessarily love not having two separate. Like, I'd rather Roman be in something going into SummerSlam than just being like the leftovers for Brock.
Brock, Oba, Hell in a Cell, no mention of additional steps. So fair enough. So is it like what you teased or said of fuck your titles, I guess I'll take in and I'll cash in and put your career on the line. I fully slay the beast. Is that the only way you don't do double duty? Because he's got a built-in cash in for SummerSlam.
Yeah, like I can't even I'm not even battling you because you might be onto something and I don't have an alternative. Like it's weird, but I
never predicted, by the way, when I said that before, when I threw the double duty, I never predicted or never thought there was going to be anything with a Hell in a Cell added. That to me is a huge addition to that. Does that almost feel warranted to this? Yes. We have to contain these beasts. This is Titan v Titan. We got to put these fuckers in a cage and just say, no, let them fight.
Nick, Booker of the Year. Let's go. Nick getting it. Let's go.
I understand the things. Point ahead, look smart.
I think in any other time we've talked about double duty, I don't like it. I think you have more than enough roster. You have more than enough creative that you don't need anyone to do double duty. However, if there was an exception, Oba might be that exception.
I think where you and I get at an impasse is that he loses to Roman is how I feel. You have him winning outright. He's now the king.
Let's just go big. Like if you're going to beat Brock in a cage and they're going to make you fight for the title the next night, have him find a way to win.
Then what's the next? I like having him not quite beat Roman, and then you can get back to that at least. You can. That's another match you can spin off of that. Versus if he runs through Brock and Oba, or if he runs through Brock and Roman in a weekend, who, like you said, a fucking small army, the Uha Nation's going to have to all show up together to try and take this man down.
Right. And again, all these moving parts are happening right now. The building explodes when Oba comes out. The building explodes when Brock comes out. The huge pop when he nuts him as we're getting the replay. Like, and now up next, we're going to get like the Street Profits or Joe Hendry. The product, it feels at least warm, Nick. Might not be as hot as it could be, but it feels a little warm.
It's getting warm out there in the summer, but Bendy is saying, how do you know? But how do you know?
Maybe that's the way to do it.
No. It won't be Sammy. Everyone is going straight to Roman. That's a sacrifice. Is this going to lead into the theory that you're going to get Sammy Brock at Saturday night's main event, and this is how you get to Brock Oba in a Hell in a Cell for the world title, and he cashes in that way? That I just tried to fight my own argument and gave you a loaded gun to fight me with.
Well, I mean, shit. Well, the other out is he fights Brock night 1, fights Sammy night 2, and Sammy's like, well, I might be half dead, but I can beat Sammy. Which, again, our chat in particular is going to love that, you know, half broken Oba walks in and stomps Sammy for the title.
Oba definitely loses to Roman, or like loses to Roman way more than he would to fucking Sammy.
100%.
If Sammy beats Oba, good God, you just killed everything that you just built.
Oh yeah, it's done. Like poor Sammy. Lord giveth and taketh away, bud. They're screaming.
Ow. In a ow.
Pierce is like, we can't do that. We're not doing that. That's crazy. And the star of the show, Austin Theory.
But I like how he's pointing out, Paul, where you been, bud? We've been missing you. You're out there with Brock. You were supposed to be us with Division. What happened? Well, now you know.
All right, Paul kept it simple.
Job saying Hell in a Cell was teased, nothing else. Thank you. Roll Tide, I see you. Stormy Brock versus Oba. Hell in a Cell at SummerSlam is Oba.
Oba. This is your moment, Nick.
Mega, I see you. Cooper. Candy Tink, unless Oba gets a title, then puts it on the line in a Hell in a Cell. That would be, well, we Brock put a title on the line. So, yes. You're sure? It needs to happen. MDB, I see you.
This is cinematic.
Trilogy ends in a Hell in a Cell. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. I got a hashtag humble brag on this one, though, with Damian saying Nick gets Booker of the Year. For me, he's been predicting a lot of things that have come true. But I know things. Oh, ego.
There you go. Nick getting the love. So as of right now, he's foregoing his world title shot to take on Brock Lesnar, is what Michael Cole just said.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Does that... This could go one of two ways. It's going to go my way, or it's going to go a way you don't like, which is, like I said, of the rumor of Brock takes on Sammy at Saturday night's main event. That's the only way you're going to get a belt on Brock, and you do it that way.
Yeah, I really hope they don't do that. That gives me Kofi vibes. I really hope they don't go that way.
Well, I see that. Is it a bit? Yeah. Yeah. Is it worth it if Oba leaves SummerSlam as a world champion, so your world champions are the ruler and the tribal chief?
Yeah, most likely. I preferred. I wasn't thrilled with the idea of double duty. Are
you willing to sacrifice Sammy to not do double duty?
No,
because that's what it's going to take. I feel.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that's accurate. I do think that. I'm really curious what they're going to do with Sammy now. But yeah, I would hate for him to get squashed. But it could just literally be the fact of Brock. Like nobody talked about titles or anything. He just wants to fight Brock Lesnar. He wants to beat Brock Lesnar up, and he'll get his title shot later.
Okay, because I thought it almost sounded for a bit like he was just going to give that up just to take on Brock in Hell in a Cell, and that was the only thing. And I'm like, that's a little stupid. That's a little stupid when you have, I don't care how mad you are at somebody. If you have like a golden ticket in your fucking hand, you cash in the golden ticket. I can get back to you at some point, sir. I'm taking the opportunity I have in my hand.
And that's why I think there was some doubt that Brock Oba was going to win King of the Ring, because we're like, well, like outside this, crazy double duty idea that, something would happen where Brock was still a factor, and Brock still is a factor. So it's weird that they let him win it. And then, you like you said, you get to main event SummerSlam, and you're like,
Right. Well, we got Ethan taking on Rey Mysterio. I don't know how he can calm down quite from that, but we do have this match going on.
A huge start.
Well, absolutely. Coming out of Night of Champions, and especially now because they are doing the tape show, so we are going to get no spoilers for SmackDown, because that's why they're going at 6:00 with all of this, is because they're doing the double taping so everybody can have the 4th of July time off.
That's a nice thing to do for your
they
wrestlers.
did a fucking quick ass turnaround. Think about it. They were in Saudi Arabia on Saturday, and they're in New Jersey on fucking Monday.
Well, we joked about it. They're in England, or they're in Europe. They come back to the States, and they go to England, then they go to Saudi. Now they're back. So, I mean, again, a little breather. The fact that, they're letting, doing a pre-tape so that, the wrestlers can have some downtime over the 4th of July. It's excellent.
Absolutely. I got Ray popping up. I think you
stomp his ass out, Oba. Sammy isn't making it to SummerSlam with that belt. I don't know. That, to me, that hinges on the health of KO. Because if KO's close or KO's ready, it could really be Sammy KO at SummerSlam if he's there.
No.
Why no?
Even if he's there, that's too fast.
Why?
Because I want to see the run-in. You want to see, being honest, you don't want to see the emotional moment of them embracing and everything when he shows back up of Kevin Owens is the big baby, is getting the love showing back up, and he hugs it up with his buddy. So then what? He just turns around and dick kicks him?
Yeah, right away, just like he did last time Sammy won a belt. Remember, that was exactly what happened in NXT. Sammy won, everybody celebrated, Kevin hugged him, and then Kevin fucked him. Pause. But that, I mean, I got no problem with that. And I mean, the run up, we got 15 years of a run up. So if they could do Sammy KO SummerSlam, I'd be thrilled. I just don't know if KO's ready then. But I don't expect a long reign from Sammy. I'm going to enjoy it while it lasts. Right, Sammy? Right. Let's go.
Fair enough. I mean, talking to the fucking bird on your shoulder there. I don't know how I argue about not having Kevin Owens win the world title to Kevin Owens here, but
right. Somebody put that on one of the reaction streams
on Geekbox's video.
Yeah, I'm glad KO was happy about Sammy. Fucking right he was.
That's the thing, is I think that you're gonna have that emotional moment when Kevin shows up, knowing just, hey, Kevin's back, on top of just him celebrating with Sammy. Like, you've got so many layers with that. I want to soak that in a little bit before we go instantly right back into Dick Kevin. Pause. Yeah,
fair enough. To me, it's right there. It's just those two guys are meant to battle.
Could you then extend it? Could you have that be a thing to where Kevin starts protecting Sammy and everything and helps extend the reign, and then you get to where that's, you needed me to, like, you won it without me, but you needed me to keep it. And then you get into that kind of feud.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know. Nice try. Yeah, maybe. I will be at SummerSlam. Bring a sign, bring a t-shirt. Let them know about us.
Right.
Oba said I'll change whenever I feel like it. Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
Gunther versus Aldis Hell in a Cell. Oh, that's quick.
No.
Where is SummerSlam? It is in Minnesota.
Or did you see the AI image that they had for the thing going around? It's in Minnesota. Yeah. Been a minute that I've been in Minnesota.
If Ethan wins this, it's Canadian week on America's birthday. It's our birthday too, Nair. Our birthday's fucking Wednesday.
But we're celebrating 250. We're having our quinceañera. I don't know. You're out there. We're making this extra special. 250. You can't go into a store right now in America without everything just being America. You got a red, white, and blue version of Goldfish crackers. You got a red, white, and blue fucking fruit roll-ups and everything.
Right? Yeah, we have a birthday too, y'all. It's Wednesday.
Oh, so you get to see MJF beat, Mark Briscoe on your birthday.
Right? There you go. Happy Canada Day. He's not even Canadian. We're skipping the let Kenny win on Canada Day. Skipping the world title shot. Yeah, so according to Michael Cole, as of now, and it could change, Oba is putting the title shot on the back burner.
I'm sure the internet will calmly and respectfully and politely react to all of everything that's transpired so far on Monday Night Raw, and in no way start to prematurely freak out.
Yeah, just lose their fucking mind right away.
Or everybody, like you said, you had to preface it of as of right now, we've got over a month before we get to SummerSlam. Will change. Everyone's going to say, oh my God, this is stupid. Of course, they got to bring Brock Lesnar. You're going to see 15 different versions of how this sucks.
Yeah. Again, I'm struggling. We have the shirt, the perfect thing that we kind of ever threw out there, and it's thanks to this chat and everyone else involved. But that hashtag pre-mad, I mean, people are mad while they're in what's happening.
Like, is the mad in the room with us right now?
Right. Oh. He almost lost him.
Now, is it interesting that the Rey Mysterio is the only active GM still wrestling regularly?
Right. He's retired. He's a Hall of Famer and a GM, and he won't quit. They're like, what more do we got to do to this guy to get him to go home?
The Lord's up there saying, I took this man's knees twice from him. Right. And he still keeps going. The old apocalypse. That sounds like a presidential election, but I think we could be in the summer of Oba.
I think you have to ride this wave. I mean, it's so over. The crowd is reacting to everything on such an epic way. I don't think they're smart to ignore it. It'd be like, Austin cuts that 316 promo and you just put him on the shelf. Like, he got hot. You got to ride it. You got to go.
Is it over Femi or is it Aura Femi? Which one?
Both. You give me all the Femis.
Moving on.
But I'll be right back.
There you go. KJ is going to go soak in a bit more of that Sami Zayn title win. As I don't even know if we've asked who you have for this match of Ethan Page or Ronald Mysterious out here. Reign could wrestle forever. I don't know, though, if I want to see that, though. I mean, I love me some Reign, and it's still surprising to see how much he can go at this age. But everybody reaches their end. Could it be to where we get, at some point, Dom truly ends it? Especially now, Dom's mega champion in AAA, Ray's GM over there. I do think that there's going to be a good bit of talent. Like, I think Lola Vice is going to do a bid in AAA before she moves up to the main roster. She's going to be featured a bit more out there. Before. She might not be on NXT, but she also won't be on the main roster. She'll be on AAA. So you just start seeing, like, Grande is still going to be over there. Dom's been kind of mainly over there. So you really see that play out over there. What do you think about Bayley facing Lyra at SummerSlam? Could happen. I think it's also interesting that, Monet's out there throwing out Bayley versus Monet at Wrestle Dream, was it 2027 or whatever out there? After she won it would have been 2026 because Bayley's still, there's always been that rumor for a bit that Bayley's close to wrapping up and she might want to decide she'd just rather go and hang out with her friend than kind of help put people over, but we'll see. What if AW gives Briscoe the title to counteract the end? I have fucking thought about this, and this is a thought that keeps me up at night. I wish Kid KJ wasn't on his pause. Maybe I'm going to star that, so I remind him, ask him, because this hit me like an existential crisis when I was getting ready for the stream today. Of could they counter? They've done it with Darby. Could they counter? And I see your Sami Zayn. Here's a Mark Briscoe. I could fucking see it, and it fucking terrifies me because I think it will really fuck up what they're already. I'm hoping they can pull together right now with Osprey versus Ray 619 with Osprey and MJF. But I'm not, and I don't want this to come across like I don't want to see Mark Briscoe ever win the world title or anything. Dropping a dime, 1, 2, 3 as Ray wins. But to do this now, I think the roadmap's been clear, especially now with the how it's kind of played out. You're getting Briscoe versus MJF on Wednesday. You're going to get Andrade versus MJF at Redemption, and then you're going to get Osprey versus MJF at All In. That's where Osprey wins the belt. I'm hoping that they can pull that story together and make it as big as it could be and should be. If they counter and do the whole Mark Briscoe wins of you had your feel-good story, we'll double down on the feel-good story, you're sacrificing a lot, I think, with MJF. I don't know what you'd gain past that, because then what? Does Briscoe turn around and lose it again? Reactionary booking, more often than not, leads to some of the worst booking, especially when you're reacting to things outside of your company. As we got the Danhausen closing zone. I don't even know if I said any full word there, but what is it with Dom Mysterio wearing fucking cow print, by the way? But we're getting the they're taking Danhausen's next jersey. Oh, they're just teasing what it is to Danhausen from the Knicks. They're gonna take that to pay back to get back their debt that they've paid Danhausen the human monies. Is it interesting that they didn't show what exactly it was? I'm assuming it's a fucking jersey. But LA Knight versus Jimmy coming up tonight. I thought it was Jay, but I digress. I gotta do something real quick because I'm in commercial break right now, so I will remind everybody we are the Wrestling for Life Network. Trust me, we do still have voices that are working and everything after being out here for 10 hours plus yesterday, just barely over 10 hours. I think 34 matches, if I counted correctly, over the weekend, all of that. But nobody does it like we do. We do what we do because other people can't do what we do of covering more live wrestling and actually engage. Like, that's the thing, is I think a lot of the stuff is catching people off guard that's going on right now, or it's catching people who don't watch the show regularly off guard. Because they're missing like the build. Like, was the triple threat at Night of Champions more of a story of Sammy versus Cody than it was Cody versus Gunther? Could be. Ronan 1-0. Killy Willie. Sammy should turn on Kevin this time. It's always been KO turning on everyone. Well, you tell that to KJ. But could be. I don't want to just see them be fucking friends again. Why can't people enjoy each other's company? Why can't you celebrate your friend's victory? John C. No, not the real Knicks championship win jersey. Do you know how much that jersey's worth? That's why they're doing it to recoup their losses. They need their financial gains. Danhausen versus Dirty Dom coming soon. I'm kind of over. I'm okay with Danhausen matches, but they've got to be like, you got to know going in, they're kind of going to be kind of jokey wonky. Like, is Danhausen going to start actually having serious matches, actually be a contender? Like, you can do the spooters, you can do all of this. Do you like him versus Dom, a guy who holds a world champion? I don't need to see Dom take a fucking, sparkler on the top of a ring post for Danhausen to get a cheap win. Not disliking Danhausen. I don't need the match. Would you do Danhausen JD? Oh no, Danhausen. Danhausen. Destin, what up? Sophisticated. Briscoe more over than MJF. No. MJF's over in a heel's way. MJF is your biggest star in that company. MJF is the biggest name value I think you have in that company. He's your biggest advocate. He is your equivalent, I feel, to Roman Reigns in that company. And he's a guy I don't think even should have, I'm still stand on it, should have not lost to Darby. Your feel-good story with that. Do it at a different time. Sorry you missed the boat. And it's the same thing with Mark Briscoe on this. You could have done it at a different time. Sorry you missed your boat. You need to worry about where you're going to go with your biggest show of the year, and that's All In Wembley. And you really need to me, start fixing and start directing your creative and your story to the main event of that show. You need to fix your weekly television show because it needs to be more directed and have an actual focus on it instead of hot shot, bounce everything around because everybody wants to have a little feel good. You've already got so many loose strings, start tying shit together. Would I love to see Mark Briscoe win the world title? Yes, not there, not off MJF. That's how I feel. As I got Joe Hendry out here. Speaking of babyface feel goods. John C. CN2 Nair, what happened to the Cena? Good question. The Cena tournament. What was it? Lady B saying that the Cena title, very much MIA. I don't even know if, when, how that's going to start. Oh, we're going to get a concert. We're going to get some songs singing and some guitar picking. Now is Joe Hendry going to still go at Logan Paul, even though Logan Paul's banged up? Oh, so we're going to get the Street Profits out here. Are they going to meld them into a faction, or are they just friends? Faction or friends, folks? Faction or friends? I need Booker T with you. Just what? Every time he drops a beat, yeah, shuck it, duck it, respect. That we're going to do with Booker? Ronan, say his name. I don't even know if anybody said his name. He just appeared. The Gun Club back in full effect. Hope they get pushed. That's a whole other thing. Now what's with Jay White out there? Where does he slot in? Where are you going to go with that? Which I am glad that he's finally back. Interesting that we're kind of having we're having the Bang Bang Gang involved with Cope and Christian and the dogs, but we'll see. Jose Sami Zayn looks like that might honestly be one of the weirder polite things that people have said about Sami Zayn as of late. I saw everybody out there saying, when the homeless guy outside of the gas station wins on a scratchy. I still think that I honestly genuinely want to know, what is it that you don't like, that anybody out there doesn't like about the fact that Sami Zayn won? He's a guy who wasn't supposed to. He's a guy that never was. That was the B+ player and everything like that. That feels like a guy that I would want to get behind and celebrate when he actually achieves what everybody told him he wouldn't. So I'm genuinely curious as to why it's an issue that he won and that, the underdog from the underground to overcome. That's what I'm saying. What? That one bald YouTuber is there in the front seat on the ramp by the stage. He loves posting spoilers on YouTube. Fair enough. I don't know who the bald. Listen. I deal with another balding YouTube. Pause. And I myself am kind of a balding YouTuber, so I don't know if I can really say much about who's or what's. But yeah, I did see some people specifically going at Sami Zayn's brother from another mother, and I'll leave it at that, about being fake reactions and not actually enjoying, just doing it to try and get on screen and everything. And it's why are we gangbanging on people enjoying shit? When did it become this thing in fandom of you can enjoy it, but just don't enjoy it too much? Why are you enjoying it too much, bro? That's weird. There's a Profits out here with Joe Hendry. We gonna drop bars? Montez, that suit, yeah. They got to make sure that they're paying the bills. You know, Montez and Dawkins both got babies on the way. Devin, Oba versus Brock versus Rollins versus Cody versus Sammy. Tiffany Stratton versus Blake Monroe. Penta versus Gabe. Everybody in all in one match. Cody versus Sammy. I don't want to see Cody again as a champion. So first two, I'll give you. I don't want to see Cody go back at the belt. I want to see Cody take a break from the belt. Tiffany versus Blake, be interesting. I'll give you that. Minnesota. Penta versus Gable. But that's not a bad shout. You still got time to get there. We'll see how they get there. I'm doing my best to not be mad about if they don't give me the road that they were never going to pave. I'm trying, but we'll see how we get there. As they're cheering for Seth, they put Seth over. Good to see Joe Hendry back on TV. Yeah, well, it seemed like as Logan got injured, Joe kind of got pulled off too. So it's one of those. Now is Logan back with a good arm brace? So we'll see. Why did bro kiss that cardboard cutout of Sammy? Better yet, why does he even have that? It's just a mirror. That's what it was. Everybody thought it was a cardboard cutout. It was just a mirror. It was just reflectionary. Montez stealing rolling suits. It's very zesty leopard pepper stepper out here. I'm kind of happy for Sammy winning, but why he got to look like a janitor from my grandpa's high school? Well, because, God damn it, not everybody looks like Donald. Everybody doesn't look like the Last Action Hero. Sometimes the guy who wins looks like Joe Blow from off the block. It's okay. This is why I love guys like Eddie Kinks and everything. Why we can sat there and defended guys like Mason Rook when everybody was going about. I don't like the look of you.
Who told you you can eat my cookies?
Yeah, who told put that cookie down out there? Very much you need somebody that can be the average guy of crying out loud. Dusty Rhodes, one of the greatest of all times. It was hard times out there, baby. It's hard times when you got a fucking 48-inch waistline and everything. Sometimes you get the husky fellas out there. Speaking of a husky fella, sorry you fell into it, but
yeah, I walked into that one.
I mean, Kevin's a husky fella too. And like sometimes not everybody looks like a fucking Hercules. Not everybody has the airport test.
Right. I mean, he does.
Stand up to the Sammy hate. I've been out here playing Hodo this whole time.
Here we go. The superstar, Austin Theory.
But is he the last man standing? Heyman's with Brock.
He just
lost to Seth. Logan's out injured. We're down to literally the last man standing, the last of the visions.
Well, Braun Breaker's there
Austin
somewhere.
Theory.
And Bronson might be coming back. There's 3 of them. I think there'll be 3 Vision guys. 3-on-3. Now look at the heat this kid's getting.
Oh, yeah.
They're booing the shit out of him. I'm not making that up. I'm watching it right now. Turn your TV up.
I'm looking. I'm seeing a lot of people.
You're looking. You don't hear with your eyes.
I see with my ears. Friends, countrymen, lend me your ears. I need to hear this booing that I don't hear.
They're booing them. It's happening.
I don't see anyone moving.
Oh my! Would you wiggle when you boo?
Yeah, you don't got movement. You don't physically move ever. You're
killing me, Smalls.
I really appreciate you making the last song about me.
Too many vitamins for Nick, says Christopher. What's up? Morning.
Deaf. I'm just sitting there on the stove. I bet there ain't nothing in there.
Vision has one eye open. It's not the good eye. I like it. Vision is all but on life support at best. Poor guys.
Right now.
Joe versus Theory?
Coming up next. But, Joe Hendry's back now finally on TV after taking a Logan Paul torn tricep hiatus.
Right. Logan, I mean, and Logan's still being around. I mean, you got to give Logan some credit. He didn't just get injured and go away. He keeps showing up.
Oh, I know, but I'm glad that Joe's back, because it seemed like as Logan got hurt, Joe got pulled too. It's one of those, well, if I ain't got nothing, if he ain't here, I got nothing for you.
Well, yeah, they wrote a whole song about Logan, and then Logan gets put on the shelf, and he's like, all right, I'm singing to myself. That's great.
Should he have joked about it and said, well, I got close. He didn't get fired, but he did get hurt. So he's out on the fucking shelf out here.
Right, pretty much. But the poll is up for this impromptu match. Joe and Theory are off and running. I do believe Nick is going to head towards the exit.
I'm going to start running. I'm going to see if I can catch up and find where they're booing Austin Theory out here for you.
Go turn your TV
I'm going to be the on-field reporter.
Go see what they're saying. I don't want your cookies. Pause. John C. No cookies. That was special for Nick. The cheetah suit. Yeah, he's styling, profiling the way he does. I mean, high fashion apparently. Bianca dressed Montez for the occasion. Facts. I like them better in just like the solid suits, but I mean, MFT was kind of doing that for a bit. Joe throwing down punches on Theory. I want to see Enzo and Cass challenge Street Profits. Very possible. I mean, if you believe rumors, it might be possible. The question becomes, who is under Danhausen's sheet? And I did find it very interesting. Judgment Day found their way over to Danhausen again. We saw Danhausen put the curse on Liv. We saw Dirty Dom. I do think we are going to get Dirty Dom and Danhausen. Danhausen's super over. Dom's a guy that, being Dom, he can kind of get silly and still make it work. So I could very much see that being something that does happen. Austin Theory is a lonely wolf reference to Baron Corbin. Ooh, dun dun dun. Damien, I like it. I like it. Theory's good on the mic. I'm with you, MDB. He cuts a good promo. He's getting heat. I didn't make up the heat. We can hear the heat, right? They're murmuring. They don't like him. They're booing him right now. And he's showing off. And the more he flexes, the more they don't like it. Joe's a good baby face for him to go up against. And again, I put it out there to everybody in the chat. Where do you go with the Vision? What do you do with the Vision? You know, we joke, it's on life support. It's got one eye closed. It needs a C&I dog. What's left? Can you salvage this? Do you just kind of, I think Boston said earlier, even Paul said, go away, I'm busy. Braun Breaker takes a loss to Seth. Bronson's still out. Logan's hurt, still out. What do you do? How do you wake this up? Yeah, so Braun Breaker's not in the building. Logan's out with an injury, so Theory's about to take a loss, which makes sense. Unless he cheats. Sup, Safit. I'm so excited for Roman and Seth face off that I can't get excited for the rest of the show. Weird things. Interesting. You think that's where we're going, Bernard? The bots in the crowd are not moving. Facts. Joe Hendry for the win, I believe. How would the poll say? 80% going Hendry. I almost said Hardy. Hardy, har. I watched the whole NXT show on YouTube yesterday. They had all the matches skipped, all the BS got done in 45. Right? That's crazy. So it is 100% certain Monet beats Thekla. If I was betting money, I'd say yeah, but I don't know if that's the right choice. Especially if you go Monet as a baby face. I think there's money in the chase there. You could really stretch that out. But, yeah, Monet winning in Wembley. Tony loves that shit. And I would argue the most predictable wrestling show we got this weekend was AEW. It was extremely predictable. Our predictions titled, people were going like 9-1, whatever it was, say 9-1 or 9-4, whatever. But they were crushing AEW's matches. 10, 11, 11-2. I can't remember. Was it 12 matches? 10-2. Big scores up. Not much happened. Not one result to me was like, oh, I didn't know they were going to do that. And I think really the only one that was truly up in the air for a moment was Maya and Monet. They did a good job. I thought Maya might pull it off. But I never had any doubt. We all knew that Swerve was losing. We all knew they were going to do MJF. And Nick called it as far as like they were going to do it, the follow-up on a Dynamite, which they did right away. Very predictable. Very predictable. Dylan Larkin of the Wild. Is that done yet? Damn it. I'd rather Dylan Larkin not go to the Wild. The Wild keep collecting things. But still lots of action going on in the NHL. Free agency opens on the 1st, which is Wednesday. And it's been crazy times. Someone else got traded today or last night. Who was it? Someone remind me. Welcome to Monday Night Ads. I hope it was some type of wrestling tonight. It's been good. I'm not really worried about the ads. Who is under the sheet and who is the cologne? The colon. Nair. That's the question. Is it Big Cass? Is it Baron Corbin? Is it someone we're not even thinking of? I want it to be PCO. Oh, Hendry and Austin are having a good match, guys. Yes? It's a good match. Back and forth. And Hendry gets the win as expected. So, yeah. To me, this is them hashing out. You know, the vision. They've smoked through the vision. Now they're just hashing it out and moving on. That's what I think. Unless there's some type of response, right? Like they made very clear tonight. Theory's all alone. Paul's busy with Brock. Logan's not here. Braun Breaker's not here. Bronson's not here. So the last guy standing gets snuffed a little tonight. I think, is that possible? But Joe Hendry with a win. And the crowd swaying back and forth. Keep the vision going until they're whole again. I was kind of hoping. Oh, Raquel wants the IC title. Maxine Dupree wants a shot at the IC title. Raquel thinks it's a joke, which, fair. Vision versus the Bloodline. Yeah, but the Vision needs to get back together, Victor. How you doing, buddy? Welcome. I don't want to see more Seth Roman. Now, there are some people out there that do feel like that. I don't mind. I love history. I love. Oh, there's Liv. There's Roxanne. Oh, hi, sis. Everything's good. We're friends, right? 2 count. I'm way behind. Paul Heyman jumping ship from Vision tells you the Vision is gone. That is it. Very much the case, right? Like Paul Heyman being the linchpin. If he kind of waves it off, I think we all kind of got to follow suit. So maybe that was the final nail in their coffin. I championed for this to be more, but you know, you can plan a pretty picnic, but you can't predict the weather. But up next, ladies and gentlemen, EO Sky will be here, and we will be here tomorrow at 7:45. Don't forget NXT, the fallout from Great American Bash. What up, Sammy? How you doing? You doing good? All right. Just checking on Sammy, folks. Did you hear Sami Zayn is the new champion? Anybody that wants to wish him congratulations can reach out to @MDB999. He'll pass them on. Just flood him with all the Sammy love. He's a big fan. He wants all the messages you guys can deliver. So if you hear my voice right now, tag him in all your Sammy posts. But, yeah, well, welcome back.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Well, even, did you just quote Miss Jackson? Yes.
I did.
I know you did.
I was once in a cover group called Whitecast.
Oh, well now. Well then. As well, there was some stuff because you were talking about,
Shit.
trades and deals and everything like that. I saw this John Morant to the Blazers. I don't know if that's actually official. I hadn't heard that. I know Giannis got traded, but
Giannis got moved, which is crazy.
LaMelo to the Timberwolves. I like the nice
cares?
little young backcourt. The same draft class. Well, how do you feel about the potential M&M line of McKenna and Matthews?
It's got
Where do you
potential.
think McKenna goes? Do you like Beaver announcing him?
It's interesting that it's Beaver, but hey, I mean, I guess local celebrity in a way. Yeah, I could do without Bieber at the hockey, but he's Matthew's best friend, so kumbaya to everybody. It's got potential. You got 2 first-round draft picks. Now, if you can build around them and do some shit, we got a shot. But I'll believe it when I see it.
John Morant got traded a few hours ago. For what? I need to look up that
what did they get?
package when we got
What
off
did they give up?
stream. Yeah. Anthony, incast.
So silly.
Spaz with $5. I don't know if we got this. Quotes from Twitter calling out too much biting in AW is childish. You don't understand moveset. No, if you fucking use the term moveset, I already disregard your opinion. If you use the term moveset and you're not talking about a video game character or a comic book hero, you've already lost me.
Mama says that.
The mandula oblongata.
When has biting been a part of anybody's moveset ever?
John Moxley, back scrapes,
shit.
forearms, and biting.
Right. Dumbest shit ever. I mean, what are we doing? The childish shit is the playful stuff, is the biting on the head and the fake, spots that you set up for minutes and minutes and minutes, and the storylines that don't make sense, and guys fighting over silly shit, and guys just want to be friends. And why can't we all get along? This isn't fair.
Well, is it an issue with like an AEW to where you could maybe have a better match, but if I'm not invested into why I should give a shit about the match, then does it really matter? Like if a tree falls in the wood kind of vibe out there, if you haven't sold me to be invested in the match, do I really care how good the match is? Or is the match as good as you say it is? I saw some people saying that Forbidden Door was generational. Yes, no. I did the same thing and asked them to look up the definition of generational and then get back to me.
Generational. It wasn't even their best pay-per-view of the year.
It wasn't their best pay-per-view of the fucking summer.
Right? Like, let's be real. And that's that's not hate. That's complimenting Double or Nothing. Killed it.
Double or Nothing could very easily win our midlifey, could win the 4-lifey for show of the year. For sure.
If you're going to put Sunday Night Heat matches on a pay-per-view, it can never be as high as you think it is, folks. I'm sorry. And until you shore up some of the shit that's silly, I mean, Circle Cage, unique, fun. It worked. I had no issue with it. We didn't have like silly spots other than, did anyone, I don't know what happened to Kevin Knight yet.
I don't know if he's still alive or not. I guess it was because he opened the backpack. I didn't see him ever open it. I just saw him move it. He gets the scooters. And then we had an orange break slice. Pause. We had the equivalent of, I got some grape stuff, some Sunny D.
Like, is that not silly?
In the middle of a match.
Is that not silly?
Oh,
your main event, your world champion.
And stupid.
Right? Like that's what I like. If you want to do that with Orange Cassidy in the mid card, do it. I think it's hilarious.
They had a mimosa match. We love the mimosa.
Yeah. Right. But if you're going to do it, and I think some of the people in the chat have talked about this, it's when it's involving the main event shit.
Yes. Well, and then Christopher saying no big trades other than Brady Kachuk to Panthers and the Jordan Kyrou trade. Familiar?
There's been if you're going that route, there's been way more moves that were huge. A lot of surprising moves in the NHL. Like, I'm not going to sit here and list them all. But, yeah, a lot of bodies are moving. The Leafs just shipped out Carlo for 2/3, which was a bust of a trade, unfortunately.
Fair enough. Well,
yeah.
Andale, mommy, yeah. Uh-oh. What's popping now?
Where are we going with this? What was I looking for?
Well, I got a
Io's in the
question that was brought up earlier, but I got to save for an opportunity to ask it because it's going to be a discussion. So I'll wait my turn.
But
Gallagher to the Canucks.
yeah, Gallagher. That's the name, the trade I was trying to think of, Chris. Gallagher to the Canucks is an interesting one just because he's been a Canadian. I didn't realize it's been 12 years. Like, fuck, time is flying. But yeah, Gallagher leaving Montreal is interesting.
Well, I'm still to where Austin Matthews seems like he's like only a couple years into his career, and you forget he's like now what, almost like a 10-year vet.
Yeah, right. 9 years of disappointment.
Well, so now we're gonna get clearly EO versus Liv. Should you have done EO versus Rhea instead?
I thought maybe because of that history, but they don't want Rhea or EO getting booed. So
she's wearing the crown. She's wearing the crown.
Arigato, Mr. Roboto.
She just very much seems like she's just super happy, and
it's thrilled.
You said it, and I still think that there is a definitely a bit of truth to that whole thing of that. The Queen of the Ring tournament was very much a give back to EO, and now is it? How do we get the title back on her without doing too much work?
Right? Yeah. I think that's what it was. I agree with you. Like, I agree with you agreeing with me.
Yeah. Come around is roll around.
I didn't hear anyone else say it. I legitimately just felt like they did her kind of dirty at Mania, and they could say it was out of their hands, and I agree to an extent, but they could have made something work. However, this is the moment. All right, you don't get to be a Mania, but you're going to win Queen of the Ring. You're going to be pushed because they love her. She's outstanding. Liv is here.
You remember, I might be completely out of base out here, but do you remember when they did the CGI? I think it was like DreamWorks, like fish movie where Will Smith plays a CGI fish and everything, and Angelina Jolie's like his love interest. And it's not a fever dream. I swear it exists. I can't remember.
So Finding Nemo?
No. Yeah, it just lives out here.
Oh, no, is that Shark Tales?
DuckTales?
DuckTales?
I think it might be Shark Tale. Sharkbait. Who?
Right, yeah.
I was going to say Liv looks like the Angelina Jolie fish, but I digress.
Right.
Now it's personal.
Never.
So we just had a whole tournament for a title eliminator, essentially.
No.
Fucking mean no. She just beat the champ so she could challenge the champ.
She won the tournament. That's what matters.
Yes. See? So see, you were right. It was Shark Tales.
Yeah, right. KG Jackson. Anyone, Jordan, Jackson, Action. What are we doing?
I mean, you sound like you might have been a Jackson brother out there with white cast and everything like that.
Bombs are Baghdad.
That's still one of my favorite getting Outcast songs.
Yeah, 100%.
Are you a big Andre 3000 flute album guy?
Right. I'm such a big. I like them both, but I'm such a huge fan of Big Boy.
They did such a cool thing with the double album with, you know, you got Hey Yeah and Can Boom, Boom. Holy Jesus H Christ. I thought a train was going by with that fucking horn going off. Pause.
You know she'd be hitting the bong with lungs like that. Come on now.
She cleans the fucking neck for sure.
Pause and probably.
Now, again, if you know what we're talking about, you know. And if you don't, move along. It wasn't for you.
Right. Oh, outnumbered. So, yeah, we'll be Liv and EO at SummerSlam if anybody missed that. Right now, Judgment Day getting dealt with quickly by EO, and Liv's left all alone.
One of us want to try the capacity to pull this off?
Nope, I don't have the lungs for sure.
Just walk away. Walk away.
It'll be much shorter. Oh.
Tip up. Yeah.
And that crowd goes wild.
it is still crazy to think like you have Rhea on a shelf, you have Bianca on a shelf, you have Stephanie on a shelf, and this is still like WWE is still arguably the better women's division out of the major companies, and you have half your top talent on the bench.
Oh shit, Trio.
Oh, stop and kicking.
Oh, beating up on that knee.
Working on the knee for working on the submission.
Well, being
now
with
Liv winning though, when do we get to the Roxanne and Raquel breakup?
I think we're in. I think we're in the midst of it, but I've been saying that for a hot minute. It's kind of like they keep just kind of chipping away at it. The tree's got to fall over eventually.
It's that old, adage of "I wish they'd tell you when you're in the good times."
Right. But Judgment Day, take out Io Sky.
Spin is Rachel always looking good. Yeah, you see, and this is absolutely why they're working over that knee. You go to that submission, you're selling her as dominant with that.
Oh, yeah, and she's the genius of the Sky. Like that, and limits her offense. Her moveset, Nick, will be compromised.
Yeah, you grounded the genius of the Sky. Now, was anyone thinking before we got all the agents and everything coming out, and maybe we're still going to get that at some point? She's going to lock that in. You're going to hear, "This is my brutality."
Maybe, but Rhea's got her own bullshit.
Well, no, she just got to come back first. She's on the bench.
I don't even know if they really fully committed to how much on the bench she is. I feel like she's one leg in, one leg out.
Well, when she's hopping around on one leg, I think that she's firmly on the bench.
Right. But Judgment Day getting escorted out. Looking good. Looking like they're all getting along again, Nick. This is the biggest tease ever. Right? This
is been going on for fucking, 75 months.
Are we on date 20 yet? What is happening here?
I don't know, but we stroked off the algorithm something proper, I guess, of Cooper saying, "Damn, we got 548 likes so far."
I had to go verify that because I didn't believe him. But yep, there you go.
Well, let's see if we can, put an extra 0 or something behind that digit of 60 some odd people watching with us.
Yeah, let's see if we get 600 people kicking around here. Let's go.
Took them like 39 minutes to save EO.
They had hope. They had hope in her, MDB. She's fine. She'll be okay. Oh, no, wait. No. All right, go get her.
Well, speaking of hope and everything, and I wanted to bring this up. This got brought up right as you took your pause, though, of what if AW gives Briscoe the title to counteract the underdog Sammy? And I thought of that earlier today, and a shiver running down my spine.
Yeah, I just don't think they will. I don't think they'll
really.
Listen, I've been wrong because I kind of go rational on this one. And AEW does that to me at times of they won't really do that, will they? And Tony says, "Hold my beer." Now off we go. I don't think they seem very kind of married to the process here. MJF goes and MJF fights Will Ospreay, your two biggest stars, your biggest heel, your biggest baby face. Briscoe winning right now, then what? Do you turn around and give him 4 weeks and take it back? It's not going to be Briscoe Ospreay at All Out or All In.
Could it? Well, it's one of those.
It'd be a good match.
I don't want it to happen, and I don't want it to completely I don't want no Briscoe ever world champion or anything like that. And I see you, MDB, of I bet if they gave the title to Eddie Kingston, Nick, you'd be jumping for joy. Yeah, because he wasn't supposed to win it ever. You would have never thought that'd be thing. I'd be fine with it. But there is still that sliver out there that they did it with Darby, they can do it with Mark, and we'll just fucking bounce back around. And I know I said Andrade versus MJF.
Yeah, how do we bypass that?
What could you do something? Could that be a Dynamite? Could you do a Briscoe triple threat or anything?
I mean, Yeah, I just
I'm
feel like
not saying I want any of this.
No.
I don't think that there's a 0% chance that it doesn't happen.
Yeah, I give you that. There might be a small window of possibility. I think that fits into the category of do you. We'll let fans decide if it's good or bad, but just I mean, for all the fans, oh, the WWE sucks. Oh, wait, they're going to book just like them. Why? Like, why?
But
Why
then that's what
counterbook it?
people were saying with WWE of that,
That's
you
fine.
know, Sammy winning the belt is just like Darby. It's reactionary booking.
Right.
And
why would you double down then?
Well, reactionary booking to me never works well, especially when you're reacting to not your own audience.
Yeah, that becomes the trick, right? Like, if you listen to the fan base, they don't want to be like WWE. So if the Fed if Sammy's just a copy of Darby, then keep going. And then they'll copy the next thing you do. Haha, you guys are doing well. Don't counterbook it with Briscoe. It's not, you're only going to hurt your business to try and mess with them somehow, symbolically.
Well, speaking of funny that we're talking about this with, copying and counterbooking and everything of NXT Heatwave and AAA are both running a show on August 30th, just in time for AEW All In on the same date and everything. So is this another loaded? I had a discussion with another content creator before we went live on this. Is this another great weekend of wrestling? Because honestly, the weekend that we had in pro wrestling was one of the best, funnest moments of being a wrestling fan in a hot minute. And I'd rather have a WrestleMania type vibe every couple of months than once a year. Is it that vibe of just stack them all together, let them fucking fight, see who wins? Or is it, do you want one show, you gotta all coordinate, everybody gets their weekend? It's visitation rights with wrestling fans.
Listen, let's have it. I told everybody doing the for us, it's a long day. We did 10 hours. We watched 3 shows. We watched 4 shows in 3 days or 2 days. But we get it in, we get it out, and we kind of get spoiled. Like you heard me. But you can't really, there's something for everybody on that weekend. Nobody's gonna hate it all. And if you do, well, then what are you watching? But ultimately, like the idea of the getting mad of all this antagonistic behavior of like, oh, we're gonna take you on, we're gonna take you down. Okay, we're gonna run a show the same night. I can't believe you're doing that. Why don't you do a different night? Like, do you actually want to fight? Like, are you gonna keep running your mouth and you don't actually want to go throw down?
Well, which is cooler, a festival or watching a series of concerts? Do I want to bounce around watching this show that weekend, that show that weekend? Sure. I got to remember which weekend I got to be on that show and that date and everything. Like I said, it's visitation rights with wrestling fans. And I'm sorry. I grew up that way. I don't want to keep living that way. Right. I'd like to have all of my fine all in one weekend, and we can just all enjoy the shit. So we did all 3 shows in one stream. So TNA fans joined the stream. So WWE NXT fans joined the stream. So AW fans joined the stream. And we all congregated over loving fucking wrestling. I'm cooler with the festival. Give me Woodstock over a fucking concert.
Kumbaya fucking yeah, buddy. As we got Jimmy and Jay. Jimmy going to take on LA Knight. The poll is up. But yeah, man, I'm all for it. I don't get mad about it. I know fans are raging, but the WWE is not even trying to be like we knew when this show was going to be for a long time. But that's where Tony Khan, Tony Khan,
Jay on commentary. But even then, they don't send their best. They send their underlings.
Right? Who?
WWE, NXT, AAA, they don't. It's not like you're going WrestleMania All In counter.
That's the level that AEW's at to them. They're not with us. We don't have to come off the bench and use our starters. They can't hang with this. So they can go up against that.
And this is a challenge on the AEW. So if they don't respect you, they're putting in the backups, they're putting in, the second string quarterback because this is, game 15 out of a 16 game season of them, then you mollywop them. You make them respect you.
Oh, is LA and Jay having words before this match even gets going? And 70%,
especially if it's all in. If it's all in your biggest show, mollywop them.
Mollywop them. But make the show better. Do you? Don't worry about them. Don't give a shit when their main events are. Like, just do you at the highest degree you can do it. Edit yourself down. I know All In's going to be a big one, Nick, but make it quality. Don't throw in for throw in. If it makes it onto an All In, it better be quality and worthy of being on a pay-per-view. And that's what we love as fans is all three shows yesterday were on notice. You better bring something. And 2 out of the 3 killed it. The third did okay.
Show up and show out, because that's what the show's about. I still think it'll be interesting of what they can do with the main event, what we assume is the main event of All In, of Ospreay versus MJF. Can they need to start tightening the fucking ship and getting, in a direction with that.
Shore some things up, create some really decent stories over the next few weeks. And we have something here. Stop fucking around. Stop giving us multi-man tag matches that mean nothing. Stop giving us just filler. Your show, AEW, is far too predictable right now. And I'm sorry, from the sickos to the haters, I think it should be obvious that what these outcomes, was anyone stunned by any outcome at Forbidden Door?
No. The only outcome I think we were stunned by was how quickly the show got off the air. It managed to do it before 1 a.m. We had to, vamp for 9 minutes to reach 1 a.m.
Right. It's Jimmy's battling with Knight in the lockup right now.
Bendy's saying 2 a.m. End time for All In. Though that'll be impressive because it's going to start at like 11 a.m. So if they end at 2 a.m. the next day, send a wellness check on us.
Right.
I won't give my full address, but he lives in around the greater Toronto area in Canada, and I live in the state of New Hampshire. So send help if we're out here for all day for 2 a.m. on All In exclusive.
100%. You'll know where to find us. If we're not where we're supposed to be, then we're not where we're supposed to be. But that all being said, Nick, that's my challenge to Tony Khan. Like, the WWE is going to Saudi. Fill that fucking weekend. Book 2 shows. Book a Ring of Honor show. Do it.
Honestly, that's the best play Tony has. That should be, honestly, if I'm Tony Khan, I am maybe not the focus of every meeting, but in every meeting that I have, we're talking a little bit about that, of how are we planning into that. That's going to be, you want to say, I can't book stories, I don't do long term. I got 2 years or most of a year going into a counter WrestleMania show. That is the ultimate nut up or shut up. That's when TNA tried to go on Monday nights against Raw.
Right. Sammy copied Eric Young. I'm curious the theory on that one.
Guy who was never supposed to be the champion won the championship?
I guess. A little bit of an underdog, becoming that upper guy as we're yeeting.
Tope from Jimmy, as I see ringside Anthony out there. Thank goodness TNA lockdown is the weekend before All In and all the other
right.
Yeah, All In's coming back too.
Yeah, I was just putting the final touches on August, and I'm like, TNA got a week ahead, got out in front of it again.
Well, you still got lockdown too as well of TNA. That might be the kind of quiet sleeper of this weekend is TNA. Of it very much kind of silenced the critics. It, as much as we talked about it on stream, of it kind of made everybody take notice of okay, they might still have their shit together a little bit. You might have, it wasn't 100% clean, had their production issues, everything like that, but it wasn't the fucking end all. Oh my God, they're getting rid of everybody. No, they very much said we're here to play.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean they're gonna want you. You have every opportunity to show up and show out, like you said. And TNA, no bad matches. Now pull it into your weekly TV, bring in some of the new faces, and get this buzzing. You got to have some cool shit happen on your show. And I'm telling you, being taped more than you're not taped is a factor. Ask Collision.
Well, especially when you bounce around the time frames, I'll give at least TNA, they stay within their time slot, but also Road Dogg allegedly backstage and pretty much about to start working for TNA and everything. Saw a lot of title changes. So is that a lot of hitting refreshes and resets on Tommy Dreamer stories? And we're kind of, how are we going to see TNA looking coming out of this? This is a lot of wrestling this weekend. It's going to be interesting to see how we come out of it. I don't know what you're popping at. I got Wingstop.
Okay. Yeah, it will be very interesting to see where they go. Sorry, there's Jimmy smashing LA off the commentary table. Took a moment to read over the program, the format. They're like, "Oh, this is what's happening, eh?"
Oh, I'm supposed to go under. Okay, good to know. No, I got Wingstop out there making me hungry.
LA Knight firing back. The crowd is yelling. Oh, yeah. And just, this is all about Jay. It's LAJ, and someone just said it. SummerSlam.
I believe it. I buy it. That works for me, dog.
Yeah, why not?
Well, how do you feel on the LA Knight situation? Is it free fall, or are we just not realizing we're on safe footing? Like, where do you land on the LA? Like, he's not a top guy anymore. We'll see whether he can get back up there. Him versus Jay to me doesn't feel bad, but there you see a lot of people that act like it's free fall. Like, we're just waiting for him to be done.
Well, free fall, he's still involved with the Usos, and the crowd's still losing their mind every time.
But if he loses, does he lose?
Yeah, he loses quite a bit. He put him close to 50-50, if nothing else.
But I'm saying here, does he lose here?
Does he lose here? I don't know, unless Jay just gets fed up and steps on his head in this process. So he
wins
could
by
lose
DQ,
here.
though?
Yeah, wins by DQ, could lose with Jay getting involved.
Could be.
Where's the Hurt Syndicate?
Is it Jimmy Jamie?
What's that?
I was just reading Ira off of saying, yeah, who's going to win? I'll take LA Knight, yeah. Him versus Jay to me sounds like a solid middle of the card, middle of the show on a night one and night two SummerSlam match, especially if you're flushing out 2 nights. You're going to have some matches like that.
Yeah, I think people need to really remember the fact of, like, they don't have they have till the end of August, which is good stuff, or the end of the month.
But you're a couple weeks away. You're on a quick turnaround out here before you get into SummerSlam.
You have all these moving parts, and you have to fill 2 nights quick.
And make it feel 2 nights that fit a SummerSlam. It's not 2 nights that fit a Backlash or 2 nights that fit a Night of Champions. It's 2 nights that fit a SummerSlam.
Right. No,
like one of your big 4. This is one of those. This is an Avengers movie. I better see goddamn Steve Rogers and fucking Tony Stark and, some Thor out there. Neckbreaker. Curmudgeon, what up? Anthony, one way TNA is coming out of this is that we are potentially starting a Moose AJ feud with the next tapings. Nice.
Moose, okay. Interesting, because Moose needs to move on now. He closed the previous door.
Was the system done?
Yeah, no.
You cursed me. Germany lost in penalty kicks to Paraguay. Thank you, Jose.
Oh, shit. I knew it was tied. Paraguay, huge upset. Let's go.
Well, right now, the Usos hoping the pair goes this way.
Yeah.
2. Paul, who said Sammy copied Eric Young when we all know Daniel Bryan copied Eric Young?
Somebody said that Mick Foley out there, like Darby was Foley. Everyone's copying someone, folks.
Finkel is Einhorn. Superplex. 1, 2, 2 go.
2.
See, I know some people don't like the fact that Jay's on commentary and everything because, he's, depending on how you look at it, he's passionate or winded on his promos. But I think him being out there, sat down, Corey and Michael can talk a little bit while he gets his win back. Maybe it might help him collect himself a bit better. Or do you like that he's out there just unhinged, just running?
I like unhinged Jey Uso. I like him being like this fiery snapcase that like he's just look. Oh,
that was funny. That was funny.
Made you flinch, dummy. I seen that coming. Oh,
I'll give you that if Jay's just so fired up about it that he doesn't know what's the next word coming out. Which is keeping up, the mouth or the brain?
Yeah, no shit. I mean, I think those are the best guys, man. When we think of, we still talk about some of the like the rambly Macho Man ones and the Sid Vicious that made no sense. Like, I want like LA's kind of like that at times, very organic feeling. Jay can be like that because Jay be forgetting and just saying shit.
Oh, bold strategy from LA hitting a pop-up elbow.
He loves it. He won't stop doing it.
Yeah, but I mean, can I really complain? Oh, this dumps out Jay. Small package.
Jimmy's gonna get a win.
2, 3.
Somebody tell me the last time Jimmy Uso got a solo win on Raw. When was the last time?
It was probably against Solo on Raw. But like you called it actually of saying that Jay still costs LA the win. Still loses, but we can can fire enough out here. But no, as a guy who gets very passionate, kind of more says things and then finds the end as you're speaking. I really, it's unique. It's it's better than the scripted, semi-drama club.
Oh, wait a minute. So, bop.
Yeah.
So is he accepting LA's offer to unite? Solo laughing and walking off.
World Games. We're going to get LA Knight, Solo, and Co. versus the Bloodline.
SummerSlam tag team match, I guess. Solo and LA teaming up.
4 Polynesians and a Caucasian taking on some other people.
BFT. Jey Uso popped.
BFT with the MFT.
Right. Solo having a time. He's hilarious.
Is he like, where do you put him? I think he's almost above Jay and Jimmy. He's better character-wise than in ring of Jacob. You go Roman, Jacob, Solo for me.
Yeah. I think it's so hard because Jay and Jimmy are good promos, good personalities. And so yeah, it's a mix. I think at times Solo's been a little flat, but he's got this chip, this attitude now. Like even then, when he first hit it and then walked out and like made fun of the E, like he's hilarious. And it's just he's not trying to be funny, just the attitude. He gives off small, younger brother vibe for sure.
Oh, for sure, but just has the wit and the comeback with them. Like, you see him interacting all the time with fans and everything. Like, oh, what are you looking at? Your ugly ass face.
Right. But yeah, Suge Solo, as we are getting an ad, Unreal Season 3, Tuesday, July 21st, 3 weeks from tomorrow. Should be interesting.
Yeah, I ain't saying I know something, but I might know something, so I'd want to pay attention to that if I were you. Just saying. Why are you looking at me like that?
No, I agree.
As we're getting the replay of Gunther and Aldis going at it. You failed fucking GM.
You're a failed GM.
Well, they're just F-bomb. Right. And I'm just, again, this would have been almost cool of ending the show on this. I know I get very much you get Sammy at the entrance ramp and everything. But even like the next thing you see is this, like right as they can walk through the curtain, you cut to the post show of this.
Yeah, I hear you. I do like that they've done some stuff that like lands on socials and lands in the pre-show or post-show. Sorry, it feels like when the KO jumped Cody at his bus, when that kind of stuff pops off outside of the normal parameters. Like, that's why I like that. Like, oh shit, like after the show went off the air, they were still mad.
Have they? Well, I feel like they've continued that, but have they paid it off lately? Like they paid it off with KO and Cody and everything like that. I think anything past now that's on the post show, they don't really fulfill.
Oh, that was a while ago. Okay. Losing my mind. I mean, ultimately, we're gonna get Penta was just in the back with Chad. Chad's gonna take on JD. I mean, they're having issues. I do think they're having Danhausen issues, Nick. There's a lot of bumping into each other.
But does Danhausen need to have a match? Like, I'm fine
Once
with
in
a
a while.
Danhausen issue, but does Danhausen need to have a match?
Once in a while, I think so. He's a wrestler. Once in a while.
Yeah, but is he just going to lose? Well, like
Maybe
him
not.
versus Dom.
He's undefeated.
I think Dom should win that. If it's one thing of him taking the Miz, it's him taking Kit Wilson. That's one thing. Him, R-Truth. Him, Mr. Iguana. Him versus Dom, who's a world champion at this point in time. Dom should win that. Dom should win that.
Maybe, but I know there's going to be shenanigans that's going to make it tricky. And I mean, it's not exactly, I mean, like physically and such, they kind of line up. Like, you know, Dom's not super imposing physically. So, I mean, it has that element. Dom can be silly. Dom's been silly. But it just, I'm only saying, like, it looks like their tea leaves are Danhausen and you know, we saw what happened to Liv. So there's this JD friction with Danhausen.
Could you do to where Dom is picking at Danhausen, the whole Judgment Day is with them? You know, we stole this from you. We took this, and you know, we're messing with you here, there, and you get that like we saw in AEW to where Danhausen finally, the one time he actually gets serious and everything like that, and he's the fucking demon out there. And you know, it's just Snapdragon, right? You know, and working everybody over,
right?
Could that be the one thing of like, and he cool. Just goes back to like the fever dream of what are you talking about? That never happened.
Well, even if you come out all happy and playful, and then Dom's being Dom, and then he does snap and go kind of dark, it would be a new layer to him, and we like layers.
Like ogres and onions. Well, I could see it to where like Dom's expecting this to be a walk because it's Danhausen, very nice, very evil, and then he comes out like he did in that one match in AEW and is serious-ish, and Dom just has that look of on his face.
Right. All right. I will be right back in a moment. Ray talking to Jackie Redmond, lucky man. I'm gonna go see if I can do this. We gotta.
They chose you like they chose Sammy, my guy. Mr. Stormy, breaking news from WWE headquarters. Nick Aldis is out indefinitely as GM of SmackDown after a confrontation with Gunther. Adam will run both shows going forward. Fair enough. I had not heard that. I have not seen that. I cannot confirm nor deny. But my guy, that seems like that would be one of, if they're doing that, then they're going to do an Aldis Gunther match. Is that what you could do at SummerSlam? We're never going to get a Gunther Brock match, but we could get an Aldis Gunther match. I haven't seen that come through, obviously, with us doing this, but if that's true and that's accurate, if anyone else wants to confirm it, but I'm cool with that. As Bloodline going at Jacob. Where the hell you been, Oos? You still won, Jim. What the are you mad at? Oh, because you got jumped. Curmudgeon, what's crazy to me is how fast time flies. Soon we're going to be talking about Money in the Bank Survivor Series. Where does the time go, gentlemen? Well, time is best spent with your friends out there. And I mean, there's no better people than I'd rather spend with these good people out here. But no, I get what you're saying. But again, I appreciate, and this is why we very much appreciate anybody that spends any bit of time with us, the whole family, the whole group that we've kind of cultivated and continue to grow. Why it matters so much, because we know time is precious. You can't buy it back. But at least we're having the best time we can out here with this. So we still got Roman, so we're going to probably get the bloodline in order with this, but no, shout out everybody. And yeah, time moving on a fucking clip out here. Brunson. Yeah, so they're hyping up Jalen Brunson with the Knicks title, but no, it's always appreciative of anybody that spends any time out here, anybody that's watching us, anybody that is going to, could be, is, when, what, how, why, and who spending time with us, but trying to have the most fun of it, trying to have, the best time I can. There's no place I'd rather be than right here, right now. I don't know about that. As Lyra's cutting a fucking video pack, she looks like a fucking Harry Potter character that's in fucking Hufflepuff with this. If she's out here completely disheveled by herself. Oh, I don't know what I even did. I just did what I did. I'm just a dog chasing a car. Yeah. Hashtag 4lifers. I have been a bigger person for years. I'm still very interested. I have not been the biggest fan of Lyra. I almost called her Luna fucking Lovegood out here because this is the Harry Potter shit she's on. She's literally looking like she's backstage at a theater, but I haven't seen Lyra be a heel, especially in WWE. She has been the baby facest of the baby faces. So seeing her now go heelish and seeing her go against somebody that has the talent, the range, and everything that Bayley does, it'll be interesting. Which everybody forgets that Bayley was going to be the heel initially, losing hearing voices. So we'll see. Anyone think that Bayley could be on the back nine of WWE and go to AEW? Have a match with her and Monet? Hey, what do you say? Maxine and Chad Gable. If I'm Chad Gable, I don't give a shit what Maxine has to say to me. And again, what happened in the whole thing with Maxine and Austin Theory and the Vision and everything? Has that just been kind of teased and never paid off as we're saying our pieces? Chad Gable's just as tall as Maxine, and I don't know if I like it. Not Luna, Nick. Mara from Harry Potter. Fair. I'm not the best with the Harry Potter lore. I know some, but you get what I was getting at. But no, yeah, which house is Lyra in? Question in the chat if we're gonna go all nerd them out here. Trust me, we're wrestling fans. We know nerds. We're nerds. We're all nerds. What house? That might be a goddamn video. What fucking house is that wrestler in? But I think Lyra, she has to be Ravenclaw because she's a fucking bird. So disregard the Hufflepuff. She definitely has to be a Ravenclaw with the fucking bird shit. But I digress. As I got Raquel out here, Big Mommy Cool. Who's she taking home? Yes, Nick. I think Bayley out the door soon. Fair. Dale, Chad, and Maxine. So what you're saying is Jalen Brunson's the only one that won the NBA championship? No. Who the hell said that? What? You're just reaching for shit to be mad about with that. I'm saying that they mentioned Jalen Brunson and he's got a Knicks, NBA championship belt. Paul, I appreciate you, Paul, but I feel like you're reaching at some to be mad about with that one. Lyra's certainly looking rather quite off these days. Off. Have you seen Natty new NWO promo? I have not. Waka hey. I know Natty's going to be showing up in the NWA. Maybe not quite the NWO, but the NWA. Yeah, I haven't seen the promo you're talking about. I'm still interested to see what she's doing with Jada. If she might just be more in NXT. Does she go AAA? We'll see what they're doing with Natty. Spanish Rachel into Judgment Day for the win. What is the actual match that they're advertising? I forget. I got Raquel out there, but Rachel, Raquel, Soruka. Is it a triple threat for the women's IC belt? Is it Sol versus Raquel versus Maxine? Oh, that's what. Raquel wins, and then you don't have an issue. You're not going to build an. Are you going to build an issue between Roxanne and Raquel as Liv's going to take on Io at SummerSlam? Have you kicked the Judgment Day can past SummerSlam? So then you're not going to have Soul drop the belt. I feel because she's not dropping it to Maxine. No. So the interest is see how they go with this. If that's the match, if that's the play. Almighty. Hey, KJ, you put Soul in the poll. I think it's Maxine. Is it just okay? So then is it just Raquel versus Maxine? If it's just Raquel versus Maxine, then it's definitely Raquel. Okay. I'm more of just, I know they've been talking about the women's IC match. I don't know what the match was actually announced as. Nick, I was reaching. Yeah, you stretched your back out, my guy. You're out there doing the good calisthenics. Stretch it over there and stretch it over there. Well, then make sure you just stretch on with that mouse button. And you make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe. I think I actually might have. Nope, I did it wrong because mirrors. You do that way and you stretch on over to that, like, share, subscribe button and everything. You hit that bell notification so you know when we're live for anything. We got the Midlifey Awards coming up this weekend as well. And trust me, they're adding all the wrestling shows. So we're adding all the streams. So this ain't a scene. Make sure you hit that fucking bell. But I'm so confused. Thank you, KJ. Soul Thurman Thompson. What? Oh, so we got Raquel, and she just matrixed the shit out of that, did Maxine. I swear to God, though, still, every time I look at Maxine, that motherfucker is not real. That is not a person. That is an alien in a human's body. Sitting there still trying to figure out how to work the mechanics. But I'm taking Raquel with this. I get they keep trying to give Maxine something. I'm still wondering what they're doing, if they're doing what they're doing with her and Austin Theory, if that's just going to be a thing. But she doesn't beat Raquel here. Who's going to help? 1, 2. I almost thought that was going to be the end of the match right there with the fucking springboard suplex out there, this little springboard jackhammer. Will Nick be here for Mark Briscoe, for MJF versus Mark Briscoe? Well, tune in and see. How about that? That's what you call a teaser, a spoiler warning. Maxine is fire. No, she's on fire. Yeah, the dichotomy of fans. Maxine is fire. Maxine is trash. And built like Wendy from Breaking. Yeah, I have that one. She built like one of the Office aliens from Men in Black. I do think that there's going to be a lot more for Raquel and Roxanne whenever, if ever. I think it's almost more if ever the Judgment Day break up. Could you even see a Raquel versus Rhea if you're going to get Io versus Liv in the battle of who has less letters in their name? But a Raquel versus a Rhea wouldn't be about Big Mommy versus Big Mommy Cool. It's just walloping Maxine out here. And how are we feeling? It's so interesting trying to look at it. Like, I'm looking at the clock and it's like 7:50. And I have to remember we're already like 2 hours through the fucking show and everything. So we're getting down to main event time. Granted, Raw will go till it goes, but so far been a solid show coming out of Night of Champions. Really hasn't. And maybe the Austin Theory thing, and that's, I'll say, my personal preference and what I heard and seen with my own ears and eyes. Spinning back kick. But been a solid show coming out of Night of Champions. You know what I want? I want Nia Jax in the Bloodline. Well, maybe it'll happen. We still have Chad Gable versus JD McDonough still to come, and we still have Roman Reigns, Romulus Reigns to show up too. Nia should have been on the Bloodlines. What about a Tamina? No one meaner than Tamina? Raquel for the win. I think so. I feel so. Oh, catches her again. Tahana bomb. Stupid sexy Raquel pin. Stupid sexy mommy pin for a 3 count as Spanish Rachel Raquel Rodriguez pitches up and picks up the win on Maxine Dupuis. This should be easy pickings. Yeah, well, she had her look kind of halfway competitive, but at the end of the day, we knew how this was going to go. Now, do you run it a different way to where Raquel beats Soul and Liv lose, or back in the clonings? The lab's been destroyed. Oh no, they stole his New York jersey. Oh no, Liv. Why? This is what you get. This is what I don't want. How about that? I don't care if it's what I get. It's what I don't want. As soon as possible. Judgment Day needs to be disbanded as soon as possible. Shout out Tech. We've been thinking about this for over a year. At this point, which faction ends first? The Judgment Day, the System, or the Death Riders? Because I think they're all three are on life support, yet still keep going on and going on and going on.
Yeah, it definitely feels like it's going Judgment Day, Danhausen route.
Yeah, well, speaking of going on, but Chad Gable coming out right now.
And on and on and on.
And the beat goes on, but well, Judgment Day, Death Rider, System, are they all three factions that have very much kind of ran their course? We've gone as far as we can go with them, and we still keep going. We're on E, and we're outside of the car pushing it now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that I'm hesitant because the System just got 3 new members, and they were trying to hold on with this new system. But I don't know if it's hitting the way it's supposed to.
Well, the Death Rider's got an Osprey.
The Death Rider's got an Osprey. That's never going away. That's Tony Khan's favorite thing. It was 55 minutes of Last Dynamite was the Death Riders. It's never going away.
It was most of Forbidden Door. The Death Riders were most of Forbidden Door.
Right? Like, it's going to be, like, literally, the death of AEW is going to be the Death Riders. Like, they will not stop booking it. They don't care. Judgment Day is long overdue. This is the longest tease ever.
But now if we've got Raquel out there winning the match, trying to go at Soul, Roxanne still partnering up behind Liv and everything, we all want it. When's it ever going to happen, though? Like now, it's not going to happen at SummerSlam. So does Raquel beat Soul and get the IC belt, and then it becomes a battle over that? If Liv loses, like every time we think we have him cornered on when we're going to be done with them, they pivot and find a way to fucking get another 2 months out of it.
Yeah, I kind of see what you're saying for sure. Definitely, I would call it the slowest of burns. Like it's like
C. Montgomery Burns.
What's that?
Said C. Montgomery Burns.
Yeah, it's like Wile E. Coyote waiting for like the TNT to go off. I'm like, what happened?
Just hitting the lever and the fucking shit ain't going.
What
and then
happened?
He runs through the tunnel and it's just you're the one that painted it.
But we have one more match, and we have the Tribal Chief advertised. That's all that's left on this advertised card, coming up to about 8:00 now. So a little bit left of the show.
Is it interesting, though? I'm thrown off a little bit because we started at 6 and everything. That now I'm looking at, I'm like, oh, we were like halfway through the show. And it's like, nope, you're about to end because it started at 6, which is not a bad thing after 10 hours. Trust me.
Not bad at all.
Everybody was questioning how we would handle, on the quick turnaround on the, the vocal cords, how we're still out here talking wrestling. But I'm good. You good?
Right. Hanging in. Doing good. Doing well. Looking forward to Chad. Like Chad's got this whole new rock and roll entrance thing going on. It's like Teen Wolf.
They all just want. Are you clapping? Are you
Right.
clapping? Everybody start clapping. It's such a fucking. You ever had like one of those like all company meetings type of things, and it's like, "Hi, I'm Chad from corporate to get you motivated. Everybody, come on, let's all start clapping. Let's all tell each other something about each other. What do you want to share with the group?" And they stick the fucking microphone. It's just.
Right.
Just you had it, and you can mess it up. You muddled it too much.
Yeah, no, I hate that shit. I'm just trying to drink my coffee, bro. Leave me alone.
I'm barely awake, sir. I'll stab you, and I don't care.
Right? Who's housing Dan? I thought he had a house already. He's house in. So he
had his whole space all torn apart and everything. You had to live out there. This is what you get. This is what you deserve.
Yeah, I mean, it Liv's not happy with them. Dom was there earlier. JD was earlier. Like that's multiple segments. The Judgment Day, Danhausen, and maybe that is kind of a way to like through all this divide. Maybe Danhausen's the straw that breaks the camel's back. He curses the Judgment Day, and they finally split. Finally,
as Dom's wearing the Knicks jersey. All right, I won't stand for this sacrilege. Out here, this disrespect, a mullet on a Knicks jersey. I won't stand for it. Actually, I won't sit for it, so I got to go stand for it.
He is wearing the jersey, right? I'm kind of batting 1,000 right now. But yeah, no, Dom at ringside with Danhausen's jersey, and JD, and wow, Chad off to a roaring start. You heard me. Let's go. I'll take Chad. I have no faith in JD right now, and Chad's on the upswing. Chad needs the win. I hate to beat the text. Rough shout. It happens, man. Rock and Rocks needs to go for the tag titles. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a real big opportunity to kind of do like the Shawn Michaels Diesel thing, kind of like you did with Liv, but Roxanne becomes the forefront of it. I think Roxanne, we need to give Roxanne some more love, more booking, more opportunity, some more W's. Right now, both men locked up. JD's working the wrist. America is boring, man. Not based on the news I see. If it was overseas, would be doing the Chad thing he's trying to get him to do. Yeah. I mean, I hear what you're saying, and that is one of the big talking points over the last little while is we've watched WWE go very international. We've seen some of these crowds go nuts, and the American crowd's been put on notice of you got to get some energy around here. That is the funniest video ever. What was Nick doing? Was Nick stretching while I was on pause? I just literally clicked over to the front side of YouTube, and all I see was Nick doing calisthenics. Nick was working out. That's jokes. Where is he?
Scat physical.
Dom is wearing that jersey. Yes, he is. Dom has the jersey on. Dun dun dun. Chad for the win. JD is cursed, right? I think he is cursed. I'm losing track. Nick sounds like Bane when his voice is muffled. He does it pretty spot on. How is the crowd tonight? Not bad. I thought they've been pretty good for most of this. Right? Huge pop for Oba. Huge pop for Brock. Good energy kind of throughout. No, I mean, I think it's been not bad. Nick was doing calisthenics where you were gone. You should be proud of him for that. Staying limited. 100%. You got to, man. We get stiff for considering it's a low impact job. You get aches and pains and cramps, and you got to stay hydrated, and you lose your voice, and you get all phlegmy, and you do your best. But yeah, you got to stay limber. Spoiler, don't spoil anything. You got to think though, like for people in Massachusetts, they got the opportunity to go to the show like 6-7 times a year. While I understand that, fully understand it. You know, I don't discredit that at all, Boston. There's always going to be that X factor, that novelty effect. You're not wrong in any way, shape, or form. But I still would like to see, and I mean, the AEW fans confuse me at times because I think you and I have talked about this before, where they're like super quiet and then they like go, like they leave the show and they're like, man, that was amazing. Best thing ever. We're like, you guys were awfully quiet. Like, no, we weren't. Are you sure? Maybe the mics weren't working. I don't know what. Danhausen rule in effect. Facts. Danhausen batting 1,000. Chad Gable for the win. How many matches do you think we'll have at SummerSlam? Do they do like 7 and 7? Kind of similar to Mania, like 14 total? Change the channel. Don't do it. Stay here. I hear you, KJ, about sitting still. I worked at a call center for once for about 5 minutes. There was no way I could do what you guys do for 12 freaking hours straight. Iron Man on YouTube. Appreciate it, Curmudgeon. We do. I mean, again, and to anybody out there that does it, I mean, some people kind of sell it as a sympathy thing, but we love doing it. But it is the facts of life. Like, I mean, even getting like cushion on your desk because your arms, you're trying to find positions that are comfortable. Do you stand up? I need a rising desk. I'll have to put it in the budget. I think that's the biggest factor when it comes to it, for sure. But yeah, we appreciate the kind words. The marathons are our work. I just realized this match is a battle of the littles. Reminds me of DX days. the little Hitman Heart. Nick was telling me I was stretching some. Oh, okay. There you go. It all makes sense now. We're gonna have to clip it out. Put music to it. The Muscle Man. Chad Gable for the win. Do the Muscle Man dance. We have 2 matches for SummerSlam. So we started off with 2. 2 pretty big matches, if we're going to be honest, guys. I mean, Brock Lesnar, Obafemi in a cage. They're saying at this moment the Obafemi title match is put on the back burner. I know internet fans, I know the Pipsqueak from New York are going to jump all over that. Like, why would you do it? Who cares? I mean, I think as long as it's interesting, it's over. I don't know what the final result is. Maybe Nick is ultimately right, and Roman comes out tonight and says, I have no one to challenge. And Oba comes back out and says, fucking, yeah, you do. I'm going to do both. And the crowd goes wild. You do have an opportunity to sell Oba as a mega beast. Something like unlike we've seen maybe ever. If you're going to go that kind of route. Like, that's the biggest rocket we've ever seen. But at the end of the day, I mean, the other side of the docket is going to be Liv and Io. Should be a fun match. I mean, I'm okay with it. I think they'll both deliver a good wrestling match. Liv can go. Io's the boss. And realistically, 50-50 on who could win that. Anthony, Ringsider Anthony. I like how Boston can type in this chat, but not respond. Oh, jeez. You've been called out. Let's go, Anthony. Putting Boston on notice. About time somebody put Boston in his place. Well, every time Dan. Oh, I see what you're saying, sir. Yes, a little bit. I think the thing about the Danhausen stuff, right? It's like you knew the Scooby-Doo gang was always going to unmask the bad guy and take the mask off, and you know, I would have got away with it if it wasn't for you darn kids. Like, you knew that was always going to be the case. As running Spanish Fly, Gable turns it over. This match continues to impress. Discus elbow. Speaking of impressive.
Well, shout out this meddling chat that actually had my back out there. Paul fessed up to it before I even had to come up and say it of why I was out there, you know,
I was
do the muscle man. I love that of do the muscle man.
I'm going to just do the muscle man.
Well, even that when calling how many matches on SummerSlam, I was like spot on of I mean, there was so much out there that I want to. Biggest rocket we've seen since Yao Ming.
Jokes.
But now, what do we hear when Roman says who's going to challenge the tribal chief? Do we hear Oba or do we hear burn it down?
Is it anyone else? Could it be a Punk?
Chicago, Sweet Home Chicago is when we get Punk back, and then Punk allegedly is moving to SmackDown.
It makes sense. I like the idea. I mean, if you do Punk Cody without the belt into SummerSlam, I think I'm fine with that.
I still don't hate the idea of Punk Sammy.
I love Punk Sammy. Because they're two of the same, right? Like Punk was the guy that never got to be. Kind of like
you
Sammy.
Get really impassioned promos from Sammy saying, You never predicted me. You get everything that you would have gotten from KO Punk.
Yeah.
You get it from Sammy Punk.
Yeah. And I mean, and maybe you have the opportunity to have KO stick his nose in the situation, but you're right. There's history there. They've walked the same paths. They have the same, they've been in the same worlds, environments, and they're going to speak to it if they get that opportunity. It could be some hefty shit. Boot up by Legolock.
Was he in Lord of the Rings too? Legolock? He was the
Legolock.
He's Legolas's brother. Legolock.
Oh, Chad to the outside. A really good match between JD and Chad at the moment.
Oh yeah, well, and also I did hear you of wanting the raising desk and everything. Once we get to the Thunderdome for the Wrestling for Life and everything, we'll do that. We'll have. I'm telling you, we want the whole McAfee Thunderdome setup of walking around, talking around.
Huge Spanish fly. Like that was a Spanish flea, bro. It was gone.
Well, it was an Irish fly.
Look at this landing.
No, he landed clean. He landed solid on it. It was safe as shit.
Oh, that was super big.
I think it just fits in the match in that time of that JD was getting worked over and he pops up and pulls something off like that. Like that move was no aspect of that was unsafe to me.
Oh, look who's here. Look who's here.
Human monies. Come on, give me the monies.
Yo, look, he's got a So dude, Danhausen's gonna be the AAA champion.
Fuck, you might be right.
I'm kidding. I don't mean
you
that.
You might be right though, and I hate that you might be right. Legolock taps instantly.
JD's toast. I mean the group.
the group of the person. I heard you.
Right, toast. Yeah. I thought he had like a strap attached to the suitcase, like a booby trap. Like, what is happening?
Well, as Chad looks like he might have pulled a hammy. There's no better time than ever to remind everybody you can stretch out. And I think if you do it that way, if I'm right, you hit that bell notification, you hit that subscribe button. If you go, you just reach down out there, you do this and everything, you hit that like, all of that, you got over here. No, over there. You got all the extra videos and everything that we got that you can click on. So you got the calisthenics into advertising. Let's get physical. Do the muscle man dance. Now pull up your pants. Do the muscle man dance.
Oh,
the briefcase again. The human monies. The cloud opens. The cocaine briefcase.
The cocaine
briefcase.
Oh, he got his jersey back.
Throw it in the crowd. Throw it in the crowd and watch people fight.
Yeah, right? The crowd goes insane. Danhausen gets one of the biggest pops of the night, and people are going to piss all over this. I don't care. The crowd popped.
Now, let's take a poll. Survey says, what are the things that wrestling fans get pissed off about tonight?
Oh!
That might be answer number one. Raquel's got the jersey.
Oh, wait. Danhausen disappeared. Poof.
Is it gonna? It's gonna have a different name and a different number on it or something. It's gonna be like Magician's Trick.
Right.
Always white. Oh, the disrespect. I was out here
Boo.
getting excited of imagining Raquel Rodriguez out there in just the Knicks jersey.
Right.
But now I got Dom wiping his fucking face all over it.
Bow, chicka, wow, wow.
Well, this is my. Now we've got the last of the Visionies, the last of the Mohicans out there.
Right. The Cyclops.
Talking to Maxine.
We got the Cyclops. Jokes, bro. Yeah.
Favorite X-Men? Favorite X-Men? Chat. Favorite X-Men? X-Man, X-Woman, X-Person, not X-Division. You got one?
Yeah, I was a huge Gambit fan out of like the core group.
Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself.
Right. Then that happens. But yeah, I like Gambit. The throwing of cards was cool. And he had a staff.
Wolverine. I had the action figure, the old school,
Wolverine's
the brown and yellow.
Yeah.
The brown and yellow. If you remember before the blue and yellow, the brown and gold. Oh, Hell in a Cell, Oba, official like a referee whistle.
We're going to be going purple and gold, bro. We're going purple and gold. We're going to Valhalla for this one.
Huss. But so things that are going to be, what is Twitter mad about after tonight? Obafemi, Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar shows up on Raw. Raquel doesn't win, or Raquel wins, but we're not getting this. Yeah. Where do we land on that? And what's the angriest thing that people get mad about?
Yeah.
So mad about that. That's the thing. Can it still be that the predictive text?
We didn't plan that at all, folks.
No.
Wolverine, Avi. Wolverine was dope.
Yeah, he's kind of the Avi. I would say beyond that, Gambit's very solid. Beast, I actually always kind of liked, even though
you know what it was. It was
what?
That. Was it for? It was one of the early
Fern
X-Men games on one
about?
of the systems. But you kind of had you picked your 4 X-Men and you had to go through the adventure.
Wow.
And just video game, guys like Gambit were badass. So that's where that kind of stemmed from.
I'll admit, Rogue, I'd risk it for the biscuit.
Rogue?
Yeah, I'll take getting my power sucked. Pause.
No glove, no love, bro.
Yeah. Facts to live by. Facts to live by, and a fucking perfect. That's why we're tag team partners. That's why he's my husband. What
am I doing? I'm filing off. Falling off. Falling down. Feeling off. Are you under the weather?
I don't know.
Roman Reigns on the way out, by the way.
With Jacob in
One's
tow.
up.
Jacob, the right-hand man.
By the way, new champ. I know we got a champ. New champ.
Yeah, but it's interesting. So I don't know if you want to pause with it. It was after the match where Jay and Jimmy kind of confront Jacob at least, and kind of say, "Hey, where the hell were you?" Of Jacob's fallen right in line, and I'm sorry, Jacob right behind Roman Reigns. Roman having Jacob as his right-hand man is the scariest iteration of Roman Reigns possible. You're telling me he's got the Samoan werewolf on a fucking dog leash?
Right.
And I'm not supposed to be afraid of this man?
Right. Yeah, I mean, again.
Yeah, I mean.
He's guarded. KJ flipping off Grandpa again. That makes a little more sense, Nair. Jokes. A little more sense. I was like, what am I filing? OTC. I mean, cha-ching on some taxes, I guess.
Right.
I like Mystique. Mystique was awesome.
Yeah, Mystique or Rogue. I mean, Mystique's kind of like the ditto of X-Men, of just can end up being whoever, whatever. So
right.
wherever, we'll always be together. We've been on here for so long at this point. I'm saying words.
He's just rolling. We're almost
have that issue today. I had this honest to God issue as we're in commercial of trying to speak and exist like off stream, like after yesterday.
You had no problem here.
Words were just not working at all. Like I was saying things that didn't make any sense. I was saying wrong words in the wrong places. Just my brain was all sorts of scrambled.
Right. I mean, 3 hours sleep does that to a person, and that's about what I got. Well, and just back at it like a jackrabbit.
And the beat goes on, but
Right. Nightcrawler slept on. Nightcrawler can go. I like Nightcrawler.
His only power is that he can go through fucking walls, though.
Well, I mean, it's cool.
He looks cool as shit,
right? I mean, it's pretty cool. You just appear somewhere else. Poof.
Teleportation. Well,
Right.
All right. So then, maybe this is a members only question. But what would be the one superpower you'd have? Don't be no Superman bullshit of like, I just have all this power of, I have the power of invincibility.
Right? I kind of invincibility sounds pretty good.
Yeah, no shit. God helps pretty well.
Regenerate.
Yeah, I can't lose. How about that?
I'd like to regenerate like fucking like Deadpool or Wolverine. That'd be fucking lovely.
Now, if you're gonna do monkey's paw with that, so if you regenerate and you have to still age, but you regenerate. So picture being like 75 and you gotta grow a new leg. And you gotta deal with that whole pain of growing a new leg.
Look at him. He's got old balls. But yeah, no.
Just a little baby step Deadpool.
Yeah, right? Jesus.
Is that a power I can choose? Can I choose that
power? What power are you choosing? If you say you want to be invisible, is that creepy?
Yes. Reading minds too, creepy. Flight.
I don't want to read nobody's mind, bro.
Up there with teleportation of it's closer but not as fast.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, extra pyro for Roman. That's just a fun game to play. Of like, I picked this power. All right, well, you have this, but you don't know how to land. You can fly, but you don't know how to land. So you just hit the ground with all of your force.
Right. Nick, do you think Mike Santana is WWE bound?
Yep. Well,
NXT?
Do you think NXT? Do you think straight main roster? Well, having him lose at Slammiversary, he's done, right? Done.
I think so.
Brought in Amazing Red, just trying to do as much as they can to keep him around. Amazing Red and Conan goes into the Hall of Fame. We're doing as much as we can to keep him here.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think that it feels like a foregone conclusion as the crowd's just buzzing. Roman's just
remember
standing.
how much people hate the Bloodline storyline?
It's terrible. Nobody cares. People are leaving the building.
I can hear this. See, I have selective hearing for crowds. I don't hear the boos for Austin Theory, but I just the Roman Reigns. I
will concede. There's a different. This goes to 11
levels. There's levels to this shit.
There's levels. Acknowledge your official, the only, the original tribal chief, the head of the table, your world heavyweight champion, OTC1 Roman Reigns. Atlantic City.
Acknowledge me.
He's getting raspier as we go here. I went back and watched it, and yeah, y'all was saying some random shit last night. Struggling that last few hours. The last couple were a rough bump.
Yeah. Listen, we got there.
Delirium.
But also enjoyment of as much as like you were saying to where,
burn it down, Nick. Shit.
Seth Roman, SummerSlam. Ooh,
Does this kill? Does this kill double duty theory?
Yeah, I'll give you that. But I'm also not mad at it. I'm fully fine if we're gonna get Seth and Roman and Brock and Oba in a Hell in a Cell in the same weekend. I'm fine.
Yeah. I was genuinely starting to believe you the way they were setting this up. Like I almost thought Oba was going to come out here tonight and say, "No, I got this."
And he could still do that.
Just kind of push Seth.
Yeah, and I'm not. He's got the golden ticket to be at the front of the line. Excuse me, I got the fast pass.
Right.
You sit your ass back down there. I'm not saying that needs to be the thing. I just very much was strongly saying it could be a thing.
Right.
And it seemed like very much that they were doing that. I didn't expect. We said this earlier. I almost want them to kick the can with Seth and Roman and give it a longer runway.
That's a great amount of time. Like if you build it and each guy's they're gonna have a bit of lulls between some stuff. But I mean, these guys, again, getting back into it's never an issue because there's so much there. This is why this happens.
Is it the biggest thing you can do for Roman since Punk, besides Oba or besides a Cody? And it's definitely the biggest thing you can do with Seth post Vision, or if he's going to be done with this. This is since Seth's been here for a minute. This is the biggest thing you can do with him. Well,
I think they did a good job of Seth gets that big win over Braun in a cage. It's a good match. Seth doing Seth things. So I think you're right. Seth Wick.
Yeah, Seth Wick.
Seth Wick.
He got over with a broken knee. A fucking broken knee. It's not who you beat. It's who you beat. Who you did it to.
I made sure to get my super chat in and to say thanks for the marathon yesterday. Reader, we appreciate the love. We really do.
Well, and that's what I was kind of getting at before Seth popped out here. I was trying to say it as quick as I can, of that. As much as some other people will sit there and say how, it's a struggle bus and everything. No, we do it because we absolutely love to do it. We be doing this. Like, we're more appreciative of the fact of how many people are here enjoying it with us because we'd be doing it regardless.
Facts. Keep tapping those buttons, folks. The crowd, again, Nick, people are going to try and tell wrestling fans out there that this is not going well. This is the epitome of going well in pro wrestling. This is the measure.
Yeah, sorry, I had to make sure I could hear you over them. I'm out here live, KJ, and I can hear them. They're very much chanting, "Oh!"
It's loud as fuck.
And we're in Atlantic City, New Jersey, not a known happy place. Most people in Atlantic City aren't winning. And now, though, who's heel, who's babyface? Are you pulling for Roman? Are you pulling for Seth?
I almost drooled live on camera. That's terrible.
Oh, I do that every night. Well, you don't draw attention to it. But
that's a rare.
What is Tuesdays? What is Tuesdays?
Right? This is the best show ever. We're getting like half our blooper reel for the year on tonight's show and last night. Let's go. 14 years. 18 years. 18 years. Let's go. Tech, how you doing? MDB, love it. Though me and MDB aren't on good terms right now. Still showing the love. We appreciate it. Right.
In Atlantic City.
Yeah, if I could, I'd mess with so many people if I could do that Nightcrawler stuff. Just fun.
That's just creepy. That's fucking creepy. You call the Nightcrawler,
dude.
And
I'd be popping up
in people's places. That's creepy,
right? I'd be popping up behind you midstream. Hey.
You're on an island. You're on an island. If you're out there fucking popping in and out of random places, and you call the Nightcrawler. Just saying. So great, so good, so big. I do it bigly.
There you go. I like AJ Lee said, "Crazy is my superpower." I relate to that statement.
I like this.
You must be confused.
You're back in the line. You don't belong here.
Wow. He's so arrogant.
But this is what it's so good with him. Of like, this is Roman that we all knew was there. This is the guy that that your team drafts in the first round, and you give him 3 years, 4 years, and he's about to be your fucking blue chip. Roman is fully on that. Like, Roman has gone from the guy they shoved down your throat pause to the guy that's talking about in the GOAT conversation.
Fact. As Seth just says, when it comes to you, I'm always front of the line.
He is the ultimate answer to Roman. He's been the
I am the Joker to
fucking,
your Batman, bro.
yeah. Ha 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 ha.
Right? I own you.
I'm the one thing you can't beat. I'm the kryptonite. And down here.
That's good shit. I'm content with how we're coming out of the gate here with this.
Really, really strong Raw coming out of Night of Champions, though.
Right? KG and MDB are in a separation. Who gets the family Bible? So
Yeah,
dumb.
am I on visitation rights now? Am I on visitation rights? I get MDB on Thursdays and I get you on Mondays and Fridays.
Right. Yeah, I think yeah, we gotta split it up. Shit. For 4 years.
All day, on the block, in the street. You ever go night, Roman? You ever go night?
Right? Intense, serious. Jacob just rocking behind him.
Can we just say of Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Jon Moxley?
Yeah. Does your hands go lower?
When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut.
When my hand goes down, AEW fans go boo. Pause. Yeah, Moxley's not in the same league, bro.
This is going to be so does Seth. That's the thing is Seth has enough cachet that he can jump the line at any moment, especially with Roman.
Yeah.
You put your speaker box with your love below out there.
Roses really smell like
You are that great. See, this is the thing. Like, is the Shield the greatest faction of all time?
Oof.
Does that need to go to the wrestling court? Is the Shield the greatest faction of all time?
That'd be
the anti-faction guy would argue that.
I like this faction. All the rest, shit.
You've got multi-time world champions. You've got arguably two of the greatest of all time, the greatest of this generation right now.
And
we can talk about that. There's an Ole. There's a fucking, every faction's got their guys that they're not proud of, but yeah.
Right. Seth says, you can't beat me. I'm going to be real with you.
He's been proven right so far. He's been proven right every time.
Right.
He's the one that cost Roman versus Cody.
Right. Look at Sami Zayn's becoming our Yoko Ono, bro. What's happening?
Nick, you're insane. Thank you for noticing. Is the Shield the greatest faction of all time? Absolutely not. Name me one. DX, NWO. But then why is everybody trying to foo-foo and poo-poo the bloodline, saying they're compared to the NWO? If the NWO is so great, why is it used as an insult?
I can't battle this one hard because I think they're in the mix. With what they've accomplished, I mean, overall in their career, they're all Hall of Famers.
Seth Rollins is saying exactly what I just said. With what we created, the greatest generational, word of the night, generational. Look it up. Generational group of all time.
Right.
Spherical.
I like this.
Oh, I love this. This is something that, again, who had this earmarked beforehand? Going back, what we've said, it's been triple safe. They've let the fucking the training wheels off again.
A little bit. And again, we don't know how much was a pivot. Like, the whole vision thing could have kind of hurt Seth a little in the sense of we know it didn't kind of go the way they wanted it to. Whether it's their fault or not, we can debate that another day.
Mm-hmm.
But now he goes over and they push him this way. Maybe they had to pivot a little because of Oba. Like Oba, they're like, fuck, what do we do with this guy? We had plans. And this Oba guy coming in.
He's too good.
They're like, let him fight Brock in a cage. Like, all right. It's like,
despite all my rage, I will still just fight Brock in a cage.
Right? And when the fans out there jump on Twitter and start bitching and moaning about, like, how did he even get here? I guarantee you're going to hear at least one of the little snappy podcasts. How did they even get here? This so 14 years. Opening statement. 14 years. That's how we got here.
14 years, and you found out it wasn't his.
Right.
This is good though. It's been a long time. Should have left you without a dope beat to step two.
Nice. That was butter. That was funny.
Would you like butter on that, sir?
I tried from time to time. I had sometimes some fucking effort out here.
I mean,
I'm not completely nuts, just semi-nuts.
Ooh. I don't want to beat you.
Whoa.
I need to beat you. Pause.
This works with Roman. I need to be acknowledged. And the one person who hasn't ever acknowledged me is you.
SummerSlam. That's exactly what I'm going to do. That's a third match. So I think we're off to a good little start here for booking SummerSlam.
Oh, if this is your main event night two. Night
Brock
one,
Oba,
Brock
main event night one?
Night two.
Yeah, I agree.
You got your main events locked in. Now you fill it out.
And then you still have Oba in the chamber for down the road.
At Chamber.
Maybe. I mean, Survivor Series.
Well, if he's going to, he could call a shot whenever. I've never seen that before. Let me holster this crown.
Yeah, like no one's ever done it. Like, I'll just wait.
But that's a one-of-one. I'm too scary to tell you, no, he can't do that.
Right? No, thank you. I'm going to go.
Well, it's like Danhausen, curse Oba. No. But so
solid, emphatic, well-delivered message.
That's a weird post-credit.
Right? Because they're in Atlantic City.
Woke up this morning.
I love that.
Mama said you always be there. Chosen one.
If it wasn't for the 4 hours, we're not getting into that debate at this point, but we will save that. One day we'll break them down. We'll talk about some of the factions. You have to consider
just because you're first doesn't mean you were best.
No, not at all. And I don't know if they were first. But at the end of the day, I do think that with the careers that they've had and their accomplishments, they have to be in the conversation.
Collective championships outside of maybe DX. And even then,
I don't know. I mean,
well, that's the thing. You got 3 versus like 5.
Right. Flair had a few. So
yeah, I mean, and who Oli, Arn, Tully, who else had the championships in that? You had tags. Who else had a world championship?
I think Arn had a couple, at least mid card titles for sure. Roman Reigns has never been beaten by Seth Rollins in a world title match. Will the curse be broken? Could be. Let's go. I want to know where this is going now. What's that?
I said evolution is a mystery.
Right. That's a wrestling match right there. Let's go.
That's where I was kind of at. I'm not mad that they're doing it at SummerSlam, and it could always still continue on down the road. But I really like tonight. I really think that they caught us off guard. Even still, with them pulling the trigger on Sammy and thinking that everything's unpredictable, they still had us on the back foot for most of tonight and was pretty solid. Yeah. Started it off, bookended it perfectly. Oba and Brock was, I think, a great segment. Seth and Roman was a great ending segment. I'm pretty happy with tonight.
Yeah, and you answered the main event scene in 2 segments, and you bookend it.
And right? did it well. Not just answered. You got the right answer.
Yeah, and I think that, I think the energy carried through pretty well. I liked the crowd tonight. I thought they were pretty good most of the show. Yeah, maybe a couple lull points, but it's a long show, so it happens. I'm still dumbfounded by that one. The Shield is the greatest faction ever. Nick?
Well, you found us, so you're founded.
You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Now, which one of you kicked me?
Cinema, great show, liked it. Where are we at? Folks, we take a rating out of 10 for every single show. Give us your feedback. How did you like it? What did you think out of 10? And yeah, I mean, 8 sounds fair.
7.5 to an 8. I'm very surprised with the Hell in the Cell aspect, so that might bump it. The middle wasn't bad, but it also wasn't. What in the middle of that show to you was what really was, yeah. It felt like it had a really I really liked the bread in the sandwich. I don't know if I like the filling.
The filling might not have hit as hard. Yeah, I see where you're saying a little lighter. I thought Chad and JD was a great match. So I was good with that. I was happy to see Chad get another match and look good again. Yeah, I mean, nothing. You're right. Nothing overly epic, but still nothing bad. Nothing that rubbed me the wrong way. Maxine, I mean, we knew she was going to get dusted, but that serves its purpose.
Austin Theory. LA might be the best.
That was a good match.
Jimmy was the best thing that carried out of that middle. Maybe Raquel.
Yeah, no, the Theory match was good. I thought the Jimmy match was good as well. Again, all story related though, because we're turning on the SummerSlam stuff. So we got a lot of kind of angles to things. Is it going to be LA and Solo? Solo was great. That's another surprise pop we got tonight. Yeah, I'm okay with going 8. I'm going to be generous. I like show. I like the show.
Fair enough.
Well, I like show.
This is we've devolved to that point now of Big Dog even out here. Nick doesn't care for the villain because it keeps getting stuck in his beard. Pause.
Right.
I do have to do the habitual.
Right.
I feel like if you had anything with sauce, all of a sudden
it happens.
Not beard conditioning.
It definitely happens. There are definitely the worst syrup.
Yeah, if I have pancakes or French toast for breakfast, I have to take a shower. Because it's all up in there. Pause. Yeah,
it's just wax. We're good.
Raw come up with the curly cues.
Right. Raw gets an 8. Evolution has 16 time. 214 time. And you got a point. Then that's
how many do they have in the faction versus what they came to the faction with?
But MDB, redeeming himself from all this Sammy stuff. That's my favorite faction ever, personally.
Evolution is a mystery.
I thought they were the best, man.
Well, it's not a DX or an NWO. Those are normally the common two. DX, NWO, Four Horsemen are like your top 3 that normally get mentioned when you say factions in pro wrestling.
Yeah, I was just telling you what my favorite was.
No, that's fine. I'm just curious because I could, if I was going with my favorite, and honestly, it would be Bullet Club.
Oh, okay. All of it, or just certain renditions?
About the Kenny years, then it kind of waned a bit, but I would say it. Personal take, if I'd say Bullet Club, just because it introduced me into so much other wrestling.
True. Miss Most of the Show can rated 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Let's go. 8 out of 10. I'm surprised Roman didn't say succotash line. 8 out of 10. Massive 0 out of 10 for KJ and Sammy, though. I will say this. I almost feel like every show should be a 10 as long as Sammy has the belt. Automatic by default.
There it is, the default 10, and you're just working back.
Right? The first time he doesn't have the belt, 5.
NXT tomorrow. Oh, no, I was just reading the same thing.
Nope.
No, NXT tomorrow. Raw gets an 8. Everybody kind of out there with you of an 8, 8.5 is about the highest from Nair. Soffit with a 7.5. I'll go there. Fuck it. We've been here through so long. I'll go an 8. Just they started really well. They ended great too. The in between, can you be mad at a grilled cheese? No. 8 out of 10. I'm not making them at night, Dad. I'm just making them in the early evening.
In the early evenings, it doesn't count. It's not the same. Yeah, I mean, I thought overall solid. I might have liked the middle a little more than you did, but ultimately, I thought the show delivered. I'm intrigued. The people that are saying like the fans are losing their mind about so much stuff, Nick, and there are so many question marks. Like you know, oh, we knew it was going to be Seth Knight, and not. You might have talked about it today a little, but we didn't really know it was going to be this here now.
Oh, so, we thought we
there.
never thought that it would actually land or it would be there. Right. And again,
this whole Brock thing's a shock.
WWE in the 48 hours that they've had has shown that they, I don't want to say exactly they're listening, but they're unpredictable right now. If you can't call where they're going to shoot their shot.
Yeah. A lot of moving parts, and I think they're doing well with it. And I don't think the internet fan base wants to give them enough credit. So, again, remember where you're getting your wrestling information, folks. 8 out of 10. Nick trying to say the factions that was together for all of 10 seconds is the greatest faction of all time based on a singles career. I can't with you, Nick. That's offline. You guys can argue about that in private.
Yeah, when was the Shield altogether for all of 10 seconds out there? But I digress.
You guys think Punk will be back? Chicago seems, we said it about Blake Monroe in the UK. Punk in Chicago seems to make sense.
Yeah, well, I'll take a Punk line and say my horse is sick. So I think that does it for tonight out here.
That's it. We're out. We're done. We got nothing left. Good time. We're back tomorrow, 7:45. Click all the buttons. Check all the links. Be a part of the show. Be a part of the family. And don't forget, we got merch out there. Click the link below. 557 likes is insane. I don't know how that happens. Every night would be great. Thank you, YouTube. But that's it. I'm out. We're done. That's Raw.
Algorithm. When you get the blues, algorithm. Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you talk about that rest, you put up with that for life with it.
See you on the flip side. Have a good night. Oh, I didn't even hit the. Hi, everybody. How you doing?
Oh. Let's go.
After credits.